tell you could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me, I appreciate you. How everybody doing this morning? It's Tuesday. That's right. Wake up, up and at 'em. I know it's a little brisk in some places, and in some other places, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It's really hot, hot, hot. Hope everybody's ready for a good show. Fantastic day. That's right. We got a good show lined up for you today. Trump. Why is Iran still defiant after Trump threatens power plants? I don't know, but we're going to find out. Let me get that camera straight. Hope everybody here is good. Let me know about my audio, because it's time, y'all. It's time. Oh, I guess I already checked it. I heard it over there. Oh, okay. All right. How you doing, Rebecca, Lanya, and Bueno? What's going on there, Liberty? See, we prayed for the little one yesterday. That's right. You know, we got to look out for the fam. No, we got to look out for the fam up in here now. Come on now. How everybody doing this morning? Let me check that little spot right there. Think we'll be good right about, let me see. Boot, yep, we leaving that right there. And then we're going to spin this one out. How everybody doing this morning? I'm feeling great. You know why? Because I'm here with you and I was able to wake up for another day. You know what? Blessed. Very blessed to be here, and I'm so thankful to be here, you guys. We got a lot of prayers that we got to get into this morning. I'm going to tell you, you guys be sending me some stuff that's really heartfelt. Want to let you know that we're going to start trying to do things to help each other out in other ways as well. I think we need to use our Discord in a way that we probably can help each other find jobs, help each other find like homes and stuff like that, shelters and things and all of that. Everyone needs to join our Discord to keep this going, because this support system is phenomenal. You guys already know each other. You know, you've been here coming in for more than almost a year. So you really need to go ahead and hit that link and join that Discord so that you guys can work with each other and other stuff too. And we can really make some things happen with each other, because we're a real family around here. So yeah, without any further ado, we can't do nothing without those prayers. So let's get them in the air. Hope you guys are ready to go. Let me get this other little squeaky situation right here fixed. I apologize for that. It's time to go. We got to get those prayers in the air. What are we praying for today? Life. We're praying for love. We're praying for happiness. We're praying for friendship. We're praying for peace. That's right, you guys. We're praying for our family as well as our animals. You guys, you know we do. That's how we do it every morning. And we're praying for Mark Dorfman, Mark Gabriel, Liberty and Justice. I see Jeffrey Spilker up in the building this morning. Miss Swanza, Kendra Walker. Definitely want to pray for Kendra Walker. Make sure that we all put our hands in the air, our hands together for our sister, Kendra Walker. We want to pray for you. We want to pray for life. We want to pray for love. And we want to pray for good deeds and good situations that's going to come down upon you, because we love you, Kendra. Just want to let you know that, no matter what, girl. Okay, Miss Swanza, Batty Lynn, Audrey. I want to pray for Mark Dorfman. Who else we got up in the building? Batty Lynn, always coming through. Thank you so much. 55, Lisa Roy. Who's that? Casey, my brother Casey. Luigi 307. What's up, bro? How you doing this morning? You know, I like when you up in here. We got to have a good conversation this morning. We got Sweet R. Okay, Max 1980. Audrey, Miss Swanza. Who else we got? Max 1980. I see Casey up in here. Okay, we're going to keep on going. Teddy Marcel. Let him come on in the building, y'all. We're going to try to give him some more time. We're going to try to put something in the air for a couple of more people too, like we got Lisa Roy already, right? Did we do Miss Swanza? That's right. We got Sam Champion, and we got to pray for also what's the other one? I can't forget about. Oh, it's so hard to remember these guys. Oh, Ad Rains. Just want to make sure we're putting it up for Ad Rains and your mom, and hoping everything is going well with your mom. Also, Liberty and Justice. Want to pray for your pup and hope that he's coming through with good follow-ups from the doctor, and hope your visit was good yesterday. With that being said, I don't want to keep on talking, because you know what happens. You know what happens. Amen. Lucky I caught it, because I get long-winded. Amen. Amen. Okay. Can't forget about Mark. Just want to make sure you're up in here. I see a couple of people coming in. Mark Gabriel, Audrey, I saw you already. Okay. All our animals as well. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. Who else we got? What we got to do right now? I think it's time, because I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. Said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. And I think it's 6 o'clock here, but I gotta throw the wave in the other direction because I switched the watch. Okay, you ready? You ready? Come on, it's 6 o'clock. I know it. Stop playing with your boy. I'm ready to go. My fam is here. Everybody in the building. Okay. Olay. That's right, you guys. Y'all ready? Let me open up this jacket because, you know, I've been doing all those push-ups and I think I might have to get to another size jacket. It ain't my fault. It's a good thing. Y'all ready? We got to open up those pores. We got to open up those pores. We got to open up those. Let me make sure I don't get kicked out. Do. And this one goes to you. I can't get the voice to sound just like him. But you know what? This one goes out to you. Show you how much we pay attention and how much we love you. And we missed you yesterday. So, liberty and justice, this for you. May the good Lord be with you down every road you roam. And may sunshine and happiness surround you when you're far from home. I'm sorry. You ready? And may you grow to be proud and free, dignified, true unto others, and be forever young, forever young, forever young, forever young. We're gonna start that over again. Come on, come on. We're gonna start it one more time. May the good Lord be with you down every road you roam. I'm gonna try now. I'm gonna try because the pauses are crazy. And sunshine and happiness surround you when you're far from home. Okay. And may you grow to be proud, dignified and true. There we go. And do unto others as you would have done to you. There we go. Be courageous and be brave. And in my heart, you always stay. There we go, y'all. Forever young. I got it. Forever young. Had to do it for liberty and justice, you guys. I had to get that right. We can't play around because you know what we're doing right now, right? It's pump that beat. It's Tuesday the 24th. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. But we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. But we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. It's hard when you got to get those tempos for certain songs. Every road you go. you got to clap with that one. You got to have a little harmony with that one. You can't just try to freestyle that, especially when you're trying to go after the late, great Rod Stewart. Let's go ahead and put it in the air. Rest in peace. Thank you so much, Mr. Rod Stewart, for all of your hits and everything that you've given us for all of the years and all of the music that we will always be able to have with us. That's timeless, and it's actually coming back now because of TikTok and all of these platforms. There you go, R.I.P. All right, y'all, I hope y'all ready to get into it. That's enough for the songs and my performances. Hope you guys are happy with that. You better get those likes up, because if my mouth ain't dry, I'm tell you something, I don't know what is. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna keep on trying to talk, because you know what I gotta do now, right? Y'all ready? I got 5 on it. I'm gonna stack this deck 5 at a time, and I'm gonna ask you guys to stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Let me know what city, state, country, origin. I really like to know. I like to know what time it is as well, because I wanna know if you guys get up at the same time as me, or a little earlier or a little later. Different regions, different time zones. I'm interested. Also, I like to go get content from where you're from. This way we have relevant conversations all the time. And you know what I'm gonna do right now, right? Without any further ado, let's get into these titles. It's time to get to work, you guys. You ready? Trump. Why is Iran still defiant after Trump threatens power plants? Huh? You let me know. I don't know, you guys. Why are they still defiant? I saw a couple of commercials where he was saying, look, things are going great. We're having peace talks. But then, of course, when it gets to the other side, the news comes out. We never had any meetings. We're not trying to hear nothing. So that's where it gets scrambled, and we still got to figure out what's happening. Sad part is there's people that's losing their lives while all this is going on, and we over here at Our Bottom Line still pray for them and hope that it comes to an end. Next topic, let's keep on moving forward. Trump administration sends first group of ICE agents to where? To the airport. To the airport. They're going to the airport. How you feel about that, Chuck? How you feel about that, Hakeem? Talk about a power move. Oh, you want to get rid of the TSA agents because they don't have any, you don't have a budget for them? Guess who has a budget? Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Ice, ice, baby, get them. And plus, guess what? We got them in every state, and plus, they're available. So yes, now Chuck and Hakeem, I bet you guys are really feeling really pretty crazy right now. Like, what did we do? Now the pressure's on you to see if we can get this thing open, to get this government running right, huh? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go to the last topic we have here, which is New Jersey. Mayor called a piece of shh after chaos erupts during the township council meeting. Time to get into it, you guys. Get your coffee, your water, your tea. It's time to break into this news. You know what it is. Tuesday morning. Cheers up, you guys. Happy Tuesday morning. Let's get it going. Stacking 5, coming back to the comments. Let's get to work.
We got a problem in the Middle East. We have a country known as Iran that for 47 years has been just a purveyor of terror, and they're very close to having a nuclear weapon. We can keep going and get that 50,000 up to 55 and 60 is no end, or we can take a stop and make a little journey into the Middle East and eliminate a big problem. And Pete, I think you were the first one to speak up, and you said, let's do it, because you can't let them have a nuclear weapon. So we are now having really good discussions. They started last night, a little bit, the night before that, and I think they're very good. They want peace. They've agreed they will not have a nuclear weapon, et cetera, et cetera. But we'll see. You have to get it done. But I would say there's a very good chance. And it began when I said that I won't be. We were planning tomorrow on shooting down some of their power plants, and we're going to hold that up. Hopefully we won't have to do it. And hopefully we can make a deal that's good for all of us, including the Middle Eastern allies that have been very good to us, including Israel, that's been a great partner in this fight. They've really been a good partner in the fight. They fought hard. But we'll see what happens. I think there's a very good chance we're going to end up in a deal. And so we're giving it 5 days, and then we're going to see where that takes us. And I would say at the end of this period, I think it could very well end up being a very good deal. for everybody, as good as if we went all the way and just literally annihilated the place, which...
Only thing I see wrong with this is one thing, and it's the picture right here. If you guys know what I'm talking about, go ahead and hit me in the comments right there. Let me know what you see that's wrong with this picture. I'm not even gonna wait, I'm gonna tell you. What I see wrong in this picture right now is the water bottle. We've been doing this thing on carcinogens, on plastics, microplastics for so long, I can't even stand to see a water bottle anymore. Because why? Every time you go like that, you're releasing microplastics. Not only that, it already releases them by itself. So yeah, I always come back to the stuff that we learn here, and I just look at that photo like, should just pour that in the glass one time. If once it comes to you, you just gotta pour it out, because just the microplastics are being released right into the water. Didn't even know that until we did the homework here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. See why I drink my water out of this now? Yeah, nice type of ceramic sort of cup and everything. Got to do everything. Got to learn from your mistakes, you guys, and get better with stuff. A little bit more. We got a lot more actually coming from the president from Palm Beach and other areas as well. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. He speaks on Iran, the progress. Also, he touts major points of the agreement and on the negotiation points. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get it.
President, hey, hello. Let me get out of the sun here.
Can you update us on Iran? You said today that...
Let me just move over. Can we move over? Let's get at it. Let's go back. That's better. Isn't that more comfortable?
Mr. President, Iran's foreign ministry says you're not telling the truth when it comes to productive conversations to end the war.
Well, they're going to have to get themselves better public relations people. We have had very, very strong talks. We'll see where they lead. We have major points of agreement. I would say almost all points of agreement. Perhaps that hasn't been conveyed. The communication, as you know, has been blown to pieces. They're unable to talk to each other. But we've had very strong talks. Mr. Witkoff and Mr. Kushner had them. They went, I would say, perfectly. I would say that if they carry through with that, it'll end that problem, that conflict. And I think it'll end it very, very substantially. We have very much in mind our partners in the Middle East. We've had great relationships with a lot of them, as you know. A lot of them were surprisingly
Good morning, everybody. Good
and
morning.
I was surprised to see it, and so was everyone else. But we have, they're very much in mind in the discussions. So the discussions took place yesterday. They went into yesterday evening. They want very much to make a deal. We'd like to make a deal too. We're going to get together today. By probably phone, because it's very hard to find a country. It's very hard for them to get out, I guess. But we'll at some point very, very soon meet. We're doing a 5-day period. We'll see how that goes.
5-day ceasefire, but at the same time, while they're doing this 5-day ceasefire, we got a situation while they're halting the strikes against Iran, the energy targets after what he's saying are good talks. Let's keep on moving forward. We're working here. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up, you guys. Keep on going with what he's talking about. Operation Epic Fury.
Trump posting to Truth Social just moments ago, quote, I am pleased to report that the U.S. and Iran have had over the last 2 days very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East.
Whoa. Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst is live in Tel Aviv with the latest. Trey, does that catch you by surprise?
Absolutely. This is a major development. President Trump taking to Truth Social, not only to say there are very good and productive conversations taking place between the United States and Iran, but he goes on to say he's ordered the Department of War to postpone for at least 5 days strikes against Iran's energy and power infrastructure. This comes after the president issued that ultimatum over the weekend about opening the Strait of Hormuz. We don't have any additional information at this point into the president's thinking about this, but this is a president who has applied immense pressure on the Iranian regime through thousands of airstrikes over the past 3 weeks. And this, again, is a president who in the past has indicated he prefers a diplomatic option when one is available. The images you see here are Iranian ballistic missiles soaring through the skies of Israel over the weekend. There were dozens of attacks that took place, the Israelis striking back against Iran's storage facilities for these missiles, going after many of not only the production lines, but where they keep these missiles and launchers. We understand they've been quite successful in those strikes, although the Iranians are still able to get off much of the incoming missile fire here to Israel. In the city of Arad over the weekend, we visited there yesterday, more than 100 people were wounded in a single Iranian ballistic missile attack. But while the focus was there in the south of Israel, regional focus also on the Strait of Hormuz, where President Trump referenced over the weekend the possibility of conducting additional strikes that appear now to be off the table, at least for 5 days. I asked Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu about that post.
President Trump said that if in 48 hours the Iranians don't open the Strait of Hormuz, that there will be strikes against the power grids in Iran. Will you participate in those strikes, and what do you think should happen next in this campaign?
I think President Trump knows exactly what he's doing, and whatever we do together, and as far as possible in confidence.
All right, y'all, that's it. That's enough for that. We got more topics to get into. Do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. That's enough about that. Well, we got defiant over the president. Now they're going back on what they're saying because, of course, you know how that goes. One side of the coin says one thing, then you got the other side that's saying, we never said that. We never agreed to anything. As a matter of fact, they're saying that the president is being non-productive in his conversations, and this could actually lead to a complete and full non-resolution because the Iranians are saying that they have not come to any resolution as of thus far. Got to get on to the other side the way that we do it here. Let's be fair. We play one side, then we play the other side. Let's keep it going, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. I would really appreciate it. Let's keep going. Yep, we got it right here where they're saying those productive talks after President Donald Trump on Monday said the U.S. and Iran held productive conversations that could lead to a complete and total resolution to the WAR. Lowering oil prices and boosting markets. Iranian officials denied anything ever happened, claiming Trump was trying to reduce energy prices and buy time. I'm playing both sides of the coin. Don't get mad at me. I'm reading. We also got, in a post on Truth Social, the president wrote that very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of the hostilities, our hostilities, conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East had taken place over the previous 2 days. I think we got some gaggle here actually from one of the supreme leaders in Iran here who's actually going to speak about this. But let's get into this right here because they're basically defiant as Trump threatens to hit those power plants. Going to get into that as well as see what the supreme leader has to say in contradiction. We working over here, you guys. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Let's keep working.
This morning, the clock is ticking down to a new deadline in the Middle East. President Trump has given Iran until tonight to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, a critical shipping lane for global oil supplies. Or, he says, the U.S. will obliterate Iran's power plants. But Iran defiant, threatening to respond by hitting target water and energy sites across the Mideast.
The danger with attacking infrastructure is that your infrastructure can be hit in return. So in the Gulf states, not only is it the oil and gas, which is the lifeblood of those countries, but it's the desalination plants. It's where they get their water. They're known targets, and they're not hard for the Iranians to hit. You take away the water in the Gulf states, and you take away the ability to maintain life.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent defending President Trump's strategy.
That's serious right there, you guys. That's serious.
Sometimes you have to escalate to de-escalate.
Analysts warn today is the day average gas prices in the U.S. could top $4 per gallon.
$4 a gallon. It's like you going to work just to pay gas. No lunch. No lunch today. Gas is in the tank. The lunch is in the gas tank now.
The average was below $3 before the war. These states across the South and Southwest are seeing some of the steepest increases at the pump.
The gas prices are ridiculous. You know, we have a lot of people who are out here really surviving, and groceries are high. Now the gas prices are increasing.
Meanwhile, Iran again targeting Israel. A ballistic missile slamming into the city of Dimona, and a second Iranian strike in the nearby city of Arad, both near an Israeli nuclear research center, both hitting residential neighborhoods, injuring dozens.
Look at the way the blast ripped away the facade of that building. The missile hit here, right in amongst these residential blocks. We're told dozens of people, families were inside at the time. This could have been much worse.
Israel blowing up this bridge in Lebanon, saying it's trying to stop Hezbollah fighters from traveling south. Israel says the battle against Iranian-backed Hezbollah has only just begun. Local officials say more than 1,000 people have now been killed. More than 1 million have fled their homes.
Oh man, that's enough for that right there, you guys. I know we got to pray for everybody. We know we're not the same religion, but we're still human and we're still people. And we know that there's a lot of people that's involved in this conflict that have nothing to do with it. Notice who are in the tents outside? All the children and all of the families, right? The displaced people, also the elderly. Hopefully they getting this. They'll get some sort of redemption from this, get themselves back together, and hopefully be able to rebuild. It's going to take a lot because of what are they going to go back to if they keep on striking like this? And I'm saying this for both sides, for everybody. So I'm not playing any favorites here because the only people that are losing their lives are the innocent people. Let's keep on moving forward, and amen. I want to pray for them. That's right. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got this madman in Senate. His name is Chuck Schumer. He says Trump is trying to, he's tying himself into a triple knot all at once. Now he's saying the TSA with the SAVE Act, and then the what's going on with the WAR. Also, the truth is for me, when it comes down to the Democrats, which I am not, and a Republican, which I am not, independent, which I'm not, and not even the other one, conservative, which I'm not. Human being here made a platform for everybody to come walk to and talk with, talk on and walk on. You know, do what you got to do, say what you want to say. We created a forum for everybody to say what they want to say. So don't look at it any sort of way like I'm just a certain side. I just look at common sense, and there's certain things that I pick and choose from all parties. That's why it's really hard for me to decide on a party. Okay, that's just the understanding of me, because you should know as far as like what my agenda is and what my process is as well. Nothing personal over here. I love for everybody to speak and get their topics heard. Let's get on over to what Chuck has to say about the TSA, which is something that I don't agree. I just do believe that the Democrats started this entire situation by implementing the extra asks when it came down to implementing to ask for more monetary. They're the ones that shut down the 1% of the government. It wasn't the Republicans. They were already funding the ICE, and you can tell funding was already there for ICE. How can you tell? Because now they're sending ICE agents to the airports. If they were asking for money for ICE, why would they be able to go to the airports and take over where the TSA is now not being able to work at? It's all common sense, you guys. And that's just one point that makes sense that I agree on. Other things I may not. Let's keep on going forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's go.
Because these lines are only going to get longer here as the Easter holiday approaches and spring break. This is a point where you're seeing 3, 4, 5 hours at a time in some of our nation's airports.
I want to talk about SAVE, and Mike, I know you have
and I just want to say
questions.
This guy, this Trump, he is tying himself in a triple knot all at once. TSA and the airports, the SAVE Act, and the war, which is just going on and on and on and getting worse and worse and worse and causing Americans to pay $4 for gasoline. And you know what? He keeps tightening the knot around himself. Last night he did it twice when he said don't negotiate unless you do TSA, and when he sent the ICE to the airports, which is just going to cause... Can you believe how they did that? They first said, we're going to send them and we'll announce the plan later.
Well,
just like the war.
We've been showing this all morning. Republicans that see this are shuddering, that have to run this fall. This is a nightmare for the Republican Party. It's the last thing they want to see.
You see that right there? You see that, right? I want you guys to remember that. And what paper is that? That's the Daily News, right? Please remember this topic right here, and please remember what's on the front of that newspaper. It's going to be very important a couple of stories down the line, all right? Let's keep on going, you guys. And you notice how we're all fair over here? We play everything even the stuff with the people that you do not like. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going.
See, ICE is extremely unpopular. I mean, they were very popular.
And just so you know, JFK, I know you know already, but JFK Airport, LG8, that's LaGuardia Airport, okay? So they're trying to say ICE is going to be at the airports with masks on. That's what that topic is trying to say right there. Let's keep on going, you guys. I'm sorry, that newspaper cover right there. That's what they're trying to say right there, right? Let's keep on going. Let's keep working over here. Okay, what's going on here? Travelers are reacting to Trump as they deploy ICE agents to the airports to curb the TSA lines. We got a couple of travelers here because what do? We always like to hear it from the horse's mouths, you guys. Do me a favor at the same time. Y'all see me working over here, but I want to make sense and get my receipts out. So let me get my receipts out before I ask you guys to double tap that screen and get those likes up because I know we deserve it. I want to make sense about this right here. Now we got the travelers who are going to start talking about what's going on with the TSA and the ICE switch out. Let's go.
Mac, and we're talking so much about the disruptions with TSA and airports as they are having this funding lapse. TSA agents going without a paycheck for the better part of a month so far with no real ending in sight, and it's causing chaos at different airports around the country, major hubs as well. We're going to be joined right now on the ground in two very big airports in Houston and in Atlanta. First, I want to start with our Fox 5 team there in Atlanta. Ray Urania. Ray, what are you seeing on the ground in Hartsfield-Jackson, and how long are the lines?
Well, Andy, it is a night and day difference compared to what it was this morning. Just for reference, just to get where we are at, right outside the main checkpoint, some people told me in the morning that they were waiting about an hour. But if I show you the current conditions, it seems like people are having less trouble going up to TSA and checking in for their flights. But throughout the day, we have seen ICE and HSI agents walking around and standing around as those people came hours ahead of their flight to go through security, and it's their presence that has drawn some mixed reactions from people who are going out of town.
Passengers could see dozens of ICE and HSI agents wearing tactical vests walking around Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport on Monday.
I'm hoping that this pressures the Democrats to make them want to go ahead and get this thing over with. I'm being honest with you guys. I'm hoping that this strategic move, because I'm going to be honest with you, I think it's genius right here. This is something that I think is very smart for them to do. They're already trained for it, and now it's going to make everybody stand on edge, right? And they're going to say, you know what, let's get them out of here. Only way to get them out of here, Democrats, y'all need to do what y'all got to do and stop playing around and trying to hold people over the fire for things that don't make sense that you're trying to get them to do. Let's keep on moving forward.
Monday.
If it's going to make things go faster, I'm happy about it. But, I just wish they'd finish up with the government shutdown, fund TSA, and then we wouldn't have this.
As some travelers continue to wait hours to go through security.
Just want to make certain that we're here, ensure that we do not miss our flight. Right? And that's important. So we're just being extra precautious.
On Sunday, Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens.
5 hours waiting in the airport and you still could miss your flight. Did you hear that?
Said ICE and HSI would be deployed to the airport to help with crowd control and lines. TSA agents have now worked without pay since the partial government shutdown began on February 14th.
Well, yesterday we had our flight. We showed up about 4 or 5 hours early and still missed it due to the lines being atrocious.
Video shows some ICE and HSI agents standing around as people queued up for security.
As far as the agent here, I've seen a couple of people thus far. They didn't say anything to us. It seems like lines are moving quite faster.
Left and right. This is general boarding. We need 2 lines.
The mayor also said the deployment is not intended for immigration enforcement to occur.
I want you to do me a favor real quick, you guys. Can you look at these guys' faces? Can you look at their faces real quick? You see anything contradictory to the newspapers that you guys saw on the Daily News? Anything contradictory to what they were saying? Just asking if anybody's paying attention. Just asking. Anybody see anything? You can answer the question, Jay Cricket. Do you see it? Oh, okay, Crystal. What you see going on here, Crystal? Crystal see it. Anybody else see it? Where you at, Liberty? Liberty, you see this? Huh? You see this? Anybody else see this? What's going on? Oh, we're going to have masks on. They're going to be scaring everybody. You see this, right? Where the mask at? Huh? Not even sunglasses.
Travelers say they have mixed feelings about the extra attention from federal law enforcement.
And actually helping people. Oh, you need to go this way and da-da-da and da. Okay, yeah.
At the world's busiest airport.
They don't belong in the airport.
I know.
Smiling, looking at the people like human beings, just different uniforms on, huh? So sorry, lies, propaganda. Let's keep on going.
Oh, people may not like this, but if the way it is right now, if ICE has been part of the help, then we need more of them. Simple as that.
Oh, if ICE has been part of the help, we need more of them. Okay, you guys, let's do me, your boy, a favor. Double tap that screen, get those likes up, because now it's the maraschino. You know what that is, right? I love my Italians. I got a lot of Italian friends. What are you talking about here? I got a lot of Italian friends, trust me. I can talk just like them. I hang out with them all the time. What do you think I wear a big ring from? You know what I mean? Staten Island, those are my people, okay? Check this out. Let me show you something. We're going to put the maraschino cherry on top of this thing, right? Let me show you how we're going to do that. How we're going to do it is this way. President Trump already made an announcement about the same thing that they're trying to bring up as propaganda. What did he say? I'm going to show you guys right now. What did President Trump say?
Well, just moments ago, President Trump posting this on Truth Social. I am a big proponent of ICE wearing masks as they search for and are forced to deal with hardened criminals, many of whom were let into our country by sleepy Joe Biden and his wonderful border czar, Kamala. She never even went to the border. Through their absolutely insane open border policy, I would greatly appreciate, however, no masks when helping our country out of the Democrat-caused mess at the airports, etc. Thank you, President DJT, excuse me. Let's bring in Chad Wolf, former acting Homeland Security Secretary. I want to ask you about the ICE agents being in there. I'll show you, first of all, just a couple of responses that Bill Mnuchin got when asking some of his contacts. They said, love it, genius, we serve at the behest. Has lots of illegals at the airports. I would actually love that. And then also somebody not thrilled about it. At least it was putting forward a solution, because the traveling public and the TSA agents, they're the ones bearing the brunt of all this.
Got the small-minded people in here. I want to call them out real quick. Let's call out the small-minded people. Let's go, y'all. Let's do it real quick. Let's do it, everybody. Fox News, better to watch. Then we got this one over here. What else we got? We got all Fox. Crystal Wallace is trying to call out for Fox News. So let me ask you a question, Crystal. Does that mean that this is not really going on at the airport? Does that mean that ICE ain't really there? Does that mean that they ain't really doing what they got to do? So do us a favor, Crystal, because what we don't do over here at Our Bottom Line is get caught up in what we call the rabbit hole. Regular people get caught up in that. We smart over here. Rabbit hole is this. This is what happened with people with the rabbit hole. They run Scooby-Dooby-Doo, and then they get stuck down there and they can't get up out of there. They get stuck. Let me show you what people at Our Bottom Line do. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Yeah, Pitfall Harry style. We don't get stuck in areas like that. We get the information. Really? And then since we're grown, we make our own assessments. We don't worry about platforms or where the content comes from. If somebody runs out saying fire, we're gonna run before we go say, let me see if there's a fire. Exactly. Thank you. Let's keep on moving forward. But hey, you guys can still have those minds that are like that. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen to get those likes up. We got to move on to another topic and maybe another newscast. We'll see. But it depends on what happens and where the news takes us. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really would appreciate it, you guys. This is Our Bottom Line. We do not play around here. We do not play. We got Liberty and Justice. We got Jeffrey Spilker. We got Rebecca Lanyon Bueno. We got Kendra Walker. We got Batty Lynn. And we also got myself. And we strapped up. Keep playing. You'll be quiet. You'll be sensitized. So what we really want to do right now is everybody, this is how we're going to do it. Since everybody here is a real member, we're going to play and let the trolls keep sticking their heads out. And then we're going to just keep on getting them out of here. Boom, 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 boom. That's the way you clean up your garden. And then you don't have nothing but fresh fruit or fresh vegetables. We have to do some weeding sometimes. Let's keep on moving, you guys, because and if I can make it there, I'll make it, bum, bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. And if you can make it in New York with a governor like ours, Kathy, Jokel, Strokel, Hochul, you can make it anywhere. Because the things that this woman is doing, I'm going to tell you the truth, I've never heard of it before. It's unprecedented, and I have no idea why. We got a situation where people are just basically saying it. Ms. Stefanik is basically saying that Kathy Jokel Hochul is, of course, the worst governor in America. And the representatives are basically calling her out. Now they believe me. All of a sudden, now everybody like, oh, I don't know what took you so long. Because I tell you, ever since she did the slick stuff with the $500,000, ChatGPT told me I was wrong. Boogotti, you shot short. That $230,000 and $270,000 you saying that came in from the congestive pricing, that's only half of what they took in. They took in over $580 million from congestive pricing, and they're talking about they're using it for the trains. Well, if they took in all of that money, why are they bothering us about raising the trains and all of that, and still bothering us about more money? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because they don't care. We got one of the worst governors that ever presided over a state, and that's Governor Jokel Hochul, and many more people are saying it now.
Welcome back. Desperate for dollars, New York Governor Kathy Hochul now begging wealthy residents to come back to the liberal state after telling Republicans to get out of town just 4 years ago. Watch this.
Just jump on a bus and head down to Florida where you belong, okay? Get out of town. Get out of town. I need people who are high net worth to support the generous social programs that we want to have in our state, right? Now, there are some patriotic millionaires who stepped up. Okay, cut me the checks. I mean, just if you want to be supportive, but maybe the first step should be go down to Palm Beach and see what you can bring back home, because our tax base has been eroded.
You did it, stupid. Power grid and all that other stuff. Talk about now she's trying to get them all to come back. And you people that don't like Fox, let me ask you a question. What they made this up right here? What you talking about? And yeah, our fault that we get the facts on Fox sometimes. Let's keep on moving. And she's a thunk-a-dunk that they really calling her out for what she is.
Wow, that'll be a hard sell for top earners as New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani pushes a 9.5% property tax increase on residents to fill the city's more than $5 billion deficit hole. Joining me now is New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik. Congresswoman, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Great to be with you, Maria.
Well, the funny thing is everything's on tape, so we know what Kathy Hochul said initially, and now we know she's...
Somebody said in the first clip she was definitely, Hunter, I can feel it biting up.
Begging everybody to come back.
That's right. And the reason why people have left New York in such a historic number is highest taxes, highest insurance cost, highest healthcare costs, most regulatory burden for small businesses. So there has been a mass exodus. We've lost a congressional seat in redistricting.
I've been putting her on the thumbnail for an entire year plus, just doing this with Kathy Jokel Hochul over her head. I've been doing it for the entire year plus. You guys know I'm the straight up Kathy Jokel Hochul admin person over here. I could tell you as much as you need to know about this one here. I'm the one that created the name Kathy Jokel Hochul. I hope it starts to take off now, because that's what she is. She's a joke.
As a result of this, so people are fleeing the failed policies of single-party Democrat socialist rule in New York, and Kathy Hochul owns that. It's why she's the worst governor in America. And now you have a mayor of New York City who is proposing even higher taxes that are only going to fuel people leaving New York. But it's really shocking to watch that clip, to hear her tell people to leave and begging them for them to come back.
It really is. Do you think if she wins this race, that she'll go back and just agree with the Zoran Mamdani and everything, and she's just telling us that she's against stuff, and then after the election she just goes back to who we know she is?
Well, look at the precedent. She did this with congestion pricing. When she said she's not going to increase congestion pricing, as soon as the election was over, she went ahead and raised those, and that is a tax on commuters. It's a tax on workers. I fear, and my concern is she's going to do that on energy issues, where she is kicking the can down the road on this natural gas ban. She has every intention of implementing that after the election.
2 days ago, she already started talking about taking away overtime from police, getting rid of more police, and then 3 days ago, she wanted to take one of the crew members out of the trains. She wants there to be only one person running the train, you guys. No other person to open and close the door. Just one person. Maybe, of course, it got to be the main engineer, right? It's got to be the man in the front. So if you got any wraparound situations where they can't see part of the train, you got a problem with strollers and all types of stuff. This is really stupid. I think this is the worst governor that we've ever had in America, period. Please double tap that screen and get the word out on this thunder. Let's go.
And every intention of raising taxes. Meanwhile, you look at states like Florida, where you continue to see businesses, population moving there because of the very friendly economic climate. So this is what single party rule leads to. But I will tell you, one of the results that I've delivered is delivering the tax cuts, the largest tax cuts in history with President Trump, raising of that state and local tax deduction. That's the biggest tax cut. I was the tip of the spear in getting that done, negotiating with the President and Secretary of Treasury.
Which is why we all thought you would change things in New York, but you stepped out of the New York governor's race. Why?
I did. It was a difficult decision. We have a very slim majority in the Congress, a one vote, and that work is very important to run through the tape and get that done this year and complete my term. I also am a mom. I have a 4-year-old who is in pre-K 4.
Man, you should have went for it. I would have been out there right there with you. I would have been right out there with her. Stefanik, let's go. Y'all would have been right out there with me too. Me, Casey, Liberty with the dog and the kids, everybody, right? Would have been out there, right? Y'all would have been like, let's go. I'd have put it up on the post notification area and everything. Oh man, we got to get rid of this lady. You know how many more years we got to deal with this? And nobody's going to win anyway. She's very cunning. That's one thing I got to say. Very cunning, very evil sort of a person, very strategic. No one remembers when one of her underlings was going to try to run for governor. You don't remember what she did. I know nobody remembers things like this. She cut off his staff, cut off his office, basically told him that he basically shouldn't even come back to work anymore. So yeah, she's not stupid. And when you're a governor, a president, someone already in power, you intimidate people. You'll say, hey, hey, you don't got to vote for me, but if I win, you're going to need something, right? And then they be like, you know what? I'm not even going to. And then more of the people go ahead and vote for her. She's got the right people in play. DEI. And a queen of what? The broken wristed click. Got that in a smash. Yeah. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Arizona, emotional plea from the Guthrie family renews a push to solve the case. You guys remember when Obama tried to do it to get reelected? He started the wave. I'm not stupid. Let's go. Let's keep on getting to this Guthrie case right here. Oh, we can get into it now.
The search for Nancy Guthrie nearing 2 months, with the Guthrie family releasing another plea asking for help finding their 84-year-old mother. The family writing, quote, "We desperately ask this community for renewed attention to our mom's case. We miss our mom with every breath, and we cannot be in peace until she is home. We cannot grieve. We can only ache and wonder. Our focus is solely on finding her and bringing her home. We want to celebrate her beautiful and courageous life, but we cannot do that until she is brought to a final place of rest. Thank you for continuing to pray without ceasing." Fox News contributor and criminal defense attorney Josh Ritter joins me now. Josh, thank you for joining us. We're at the 2-month mark without any significant developments having taken place in several weeks. What are your latest thoughts when it comes to this case?
It's a bad one.
Well, this statement leads me to believe that they really don't have much that they're working on. Whatever leads that they had before now have not panned out, whether that was the digital evidence that they had, the cell phone towers, the surveillance video where they were looking into the backpack, the DNA, all of that seems to have been a dead end. If they're making this statement right now, asking the public for help, it sounds like if there is going to be any break in this case, it's going to come from some public, from the public somewhere, from some tip, and that's what they're desperately asking for.
Yeah, and the heartbroken family said that they miss their mother deeply and won't find peace until she is home. They say, of course, we cannot grieve. We can only ache and wonder, and I think we can all understand where they're coming from.
And they're asking for people to not give up and to not stop praying and to not give up on their mom. So you know what we're going to do? That's what we're going to do over here with our power and the love and the power of numbers. That's why I always ask you guys to pray with me, because you never know what's going to happen. My grandma always say, boy, there's strength in numbers when you get those prayers up. So I'd like to pray for the Guthrie family, that her mother is recovered and found. Hopefully, astoundingly, she's found in good health. in somewhere in another country or whatever like that, possibly. I don't know, but hopefully it's something good. Just want it to be nothing towards what we think it possibly is, just for love's sake, you guys. Just want to try to bring some peace to the family, and even if it's the worst case scenario, let them have their mom so that they can do a proper burial. We ask that today. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward. Yeah, it's been almost 2 months. That's a long time right there, you guys. A very long time, and that's why I wanted to make sure we put it back into the queue, because it's a very serious situation, and I would never want that to happen to anyone. That's a terrible situation right there. You guys appreciate the content that we're giving you this morning. I think we're doing a very good thing. We're getting a lot of information out there, trending topics, current events, and much more. Go ahead and double tap that screen and get those likes up. We're trying to get to 80,000 subscribers, and we're almost there. We already got 70. We can just put another little 10 on top. That's not hard to do, because we do the numbers over here, and we're still the #1 show on YouTube, Our Bottom Line. You know why? Because we got the #1 co-host. That's y'all. The #1 host, that's me. But my job is simple. All I got to do is play videos and act out. And you guys just do what y'all do, you know? Because if anything, if I was up in here doing this by myself, they would have already knocked on the door and got me up out of here with the white jacket. So that's why I appreciate you guys. Again, if you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that notification bell down there so that you know we're on. We got some new videos coming up, Verizon and a whole bunch of other exclusive stuff coming up. And guess what? Some members only content. So all you members, we got something just for y'all. Let's get on over to New York. But I don't want to sing. It's nothing to sing about. It's sad. Got a situation at LaGuardia Airport where passengers are reacting after a plane hit a fire truck in LaGuardia Airport. Two people, the pilot as well as the co-pilot, lost their lives in this tragedy. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's double tap that screen. And yes, we pray for Nancy Guthrie and her family as well. Let's get into this other topic we got right here, though. Let's go.
Begin with Phil Tate live for us at LaGuardia Airport with the latest on this collision. And Phil, this morning, you spoke to people who were on that plane.
Yeah, Pedro, I didn't only speak with people who were on that plane, but I spoke with people who were just a few rows behind first class. The picture that we've seen from much of the damage of that plane is really to the nose of that Air Canada flight that had collided with that Port Authority fire truck that was here on the ground. As you all just mentioned moments ago, unfortunately, the pilot and the co-pilot have died. 41 people were sent to the hospital. 32 people have now been released, and 9 people are still being treated for their injuries. Those 2 folks who I spoke with, they said that someone who they were traveling with was also injured. They noticed that they had a broken nose, and that is just one of the many injuries that folks are facing this morning. But I want you all to take a listen to those 2 people who I spoke with as they just recounted those terrifying moments aboard that plane.
One of our friends was several rows back from us, and we walked past him on the way out because he was trying to find his glasses, and his nose was totally broken, bleeding on his face. A lot of people smacked their head against the seat in front of them.
We're heading home. We got checked out. We have a couple bruises, but we're just tired. We want to go to bed.
And we're hoping for those injured that they make a full recovery video on your screen.
So it's the Air Canada Express flight, and they were coming in, and it's bad because the fire truck did ask, was it clear for them to go through that runway, and they did tell them it was okay. Keep on paying attention, you guys. We got a lot more in this story. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. I have much more in this story, much more deeper, in-depth coverage.
Screen capturing that significant damage to the nose of the regional jet that had landed here at LaGuardia from Montreal. This was minutes before 11:40 last night. We're told as it was rolling down the runway and it slammed into that vehicle that was responding to another incident. But you can just see the front of that plane elevated on top of the mangled truck. Port Authority says the truck, again, was dealing with another incident, but that collision activated emergency response protocols. The Air Canada...
Most of the passengers have now left the terminal. They were either transported to Elmhurst or Presbyterian Hospital in Queens. Those who did not get transported were taken to the lounge. Their families came and they were reunited. I believe there are very few still here. NTSB arrived, the first portion of NTSB arrived approximately 3:30 this morning. more investigators we anticipate to be on site around 6 this morning, and then we will follow their lead on what their investigation requires, and they will have the time they need to make that determination.
All right, you guys, we got to get a little bit more in depth on this situation and see how it actually happened. Who's to blame and what happened to make this thing actually go down? Because all we know right now is Air Canada, fire truck, and 2 people lost their lives and a couple of other people got hurt, and there was injuries to the people, or there was injuries to other people, right? First of all, what we're going to do is get those prayers in the air for every single person, those 2 people who lost their lives, anyone who's actually hurt behind this, as well as the families and the conditions that's going on, as well as the fireman who was driving the truck, because no one deserves to lose their lives in a tragedy like this. Anyone who's shooken up, hopefully they get through this, and any mental aspect that they need to. Many people are already in fear of flying. Something like this happens, it can really severely hurt them when it comes down to their thought processes, and psychotically can really make you like, I'm never getting on a flight again, is what I'm basically trying to say, and make you have fear of planes. I want to pray for every single person that's dealing with this situation. Amen. Now I want to get into some people that actually want to see who are actually accepting blame for this situation and saying that they made a mistake. This is what happens when you make mistakes and you have important positions. We got to get on over to LaGuardia where the plane crash actually happened. And the audio from the air traffic audio, the controller says, I made a mistake. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
Now to the deadly crash on the runway at LaGuardia Airport. An Air Canada regional jet hit a Port Authority fire truck last night, crushing the nose of the aircraft. The pilot and the co-pilot were killed in this. ABC's Hannah Battah has the details.
Overnight, New York's LaGuardia Airport closed after an Air Canada Express flight collided with a fire truck on the tarmac.
There's probably 200 police officers and emergency response vehicles, and that plane is suspended on top of a vehicle.
41 passengers and crew were transported to the hospital, as well as the ARF officers. Sadly, the 2 pilots are confirmed deceased.
Stop truck 1, stop. Stop truck 1, stop.
Air traffic data shows Air Canada flight 8646 from Montreal landed at LaGuardia at 11:40 p.m. Sometime shortly after touching down, the plane collided nose first with a fire truck.
Yeah, 646, I see you collide with a vehicle there, just hold position, I know you can't move.
Jazz 646, I see you collided with a vehicle there. Just hold position. I know you can't move. The vehicles are responding to you now.
The vehicles are responding to you now.
Images show the plane's nose destroyed, the entire plane tilted up into the air. LaGuardia closing down immediately. The FAA issuing a ground stop for all planes headed to the airport.
Cell 2603, go around, runway heading 2000.
Air traffic controllers scrambling to divert other planes.
LaGuardia Airport is closed at this time, no aircraft in or out.
Moments before the incident, the truck could be heard asking controllers for permission to cross a runway. A controller apparently giving permission.
Truck 1 and Company, LaGuardia Tower requesting to cross.
Truck 1 and Company, LaGuardia Tower requesting to cross 4 at Delta. So he's asking for permission to cross the 4 lane, I guess, the fourth lane at Delta.
4 at Delta. Truck 1 and Company.
Truck 1 and Company, cross 4 at Delta.
Cross 4 at Delta. Truck 1 and Company, crossing 4 at Delta.
A controller later saying this to another pilot.
We were dealing with an emergency earlier.
We were dealing with an emergency earlier. I messed up.
Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
So you see how a split second as being the right type of air traffic controller, the person that's doing that, and we talked about this a year ago when they talked about they were getting new flight people, air traffic control people, and they were rushing them through the schools and training. See what happens, you guys, when you don't have the right type of people and the right people in the wrong position? Sad situation right there. I messed up. You think the families want to hear something like that with all of that tragedy that happened? That's why those positions, you have to be very, very cautious, very cautious. Amen. You guys want to pray for everybody that lost their lives in this tragic event. Want to pray for both of the pilots as well, again, as the firemen who got permission to cross. Didn't know it. Didn't think that this was going to happen. He actually waited for permission. And I want to pray for all of the firemen and everybody out there that's helping everybody as well. Anyone who's hurt, all of the families involved. Amen. What do you guys got to say about this? They should have space lane the emergency vehicles only. Yeah, I'll never go to, I feel for the guy in the tower. This is just bad all the way around. Hallelujah. Amen. Prayers for the controller too. Yeah, got to pray for him too. I want to pray for the controller too, because he didn't mean for anything like that to happen. Thank you guys for reminding me. That's why we're good friends over here. We want to pray for the controller as well. Amen. That's right, you guys. Thank you so much. Very unfortunate situation. Let's keep on moving over to Chicago, where the legacy of this blue-collar mayor and a couple of other judges is now going to just go, Brandon Johnson is already a bad mayor. I got to be honest with you. But from after stuff like this, and what you're about to see, it makes it even worse. Also, the judges that keep on letting out these illegal criminals for situations that's going on. That was a really bad story right there, I know, but I wanted to get you guys as much information. That's why I played the other half as well. Going to keep you updated on all the information that we get from LaGuardia Airport. And can you do me a favor now, since we're the #1 show at getting all this content, follow-ups and everything, so that you guys can get out there knowing everything that's going on? Double tap that screen and get those likes up. I'd appreciate it. Gets more people over here. You hit that like button, YouTube sends up a signal, more people come over here. Let's act up today. Let's try to get to 80,000 subscribers. Let's go, you guys. Let's get to work. I got more to give you, and let's get it out. We're going to get over to this legacy situation where I want this guy right from Chicago to speak on the topic. So I've queued it up a little bit because what he was saying is very important. Let's get into this right here. Let's go.
Was well known to police. God bless the Chicago Police Department. They've arrested this guy over and over and over again. Judge Gonzalez let him out so that he could kill, allegedly, so far we're, getting all the details. But, Judge Gonzalez let the suspect out, and now he's being charged.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but so we only have some of the facts in our newsroom, but you're telling me based on the information that you have, he was arrested multiple times in Chicago?
Multiple times. Deportable offenses, Lawrence. These were This is why it was so avoidable. This suspect never should have been in the country to begin with. Obviously, he wouldn't have been able to kill Sheridan if he wasn't in the country, but multiple deportable offenses. And God bless the CPD, the Chicago Police, because they have been arresting this guy despite the fact that Mayor Johnson is endlessly telling them not to touch the illegals, not to detain them, not to turn them over to ICE. And I've asked Mayor Johnson about this over and over and over again. He just gives me the same dead-eyed, blank stare. And we have a revolving door now. So people might say, well, at least this suspect is behind bars now. Guess what? There are thousands of Jose Medinas that are in a revolving door that's going around so fast, Lawrence, that I'm surprised that they're not flying out of the jail.
I said that yesterday, and thank you for keep on saying it. Somebody, who's this? YNKLIPS. YNKLIPS. The judge should be charged as well. Yeah, the judges should be charged as well. I bet you they'll have a whole different idea the way they let people out. I bet you there'll be less people getting out. I bet you they would. And not only that, teens included, because they should not be looked at any other way. They shouldn't be what they call it, how Judge Janine Pirro likes to say, they shouldn't be coddled. Yeah.
Because this is exactly the policies that got Sheridan Gorman killed.
So this is what the family are saying. We read a little bit of the statement earlier. Here's another portion of it. We are gravely disappointed by the policies and affairs that allow this individual to remain in a position to commit this crime. When systems fail, whether through release decisions, lack of coordination, or unwillingness to act, the consequences are not abstract. They are real. And in our case, they are permanent. This case must be prosecuted to the fullest extent of both state and federal law. There can be no gaps, no shortcuts, no second chances that put others at risk. Accountability must be complete. What's your reaction to that?
Mayor Johnson has put illegal aliens over American citizens, Chicago citizens, real Chicagoans, whose hearts are broken for the Gorman family today, by the way, over again and again and again. Mayor Johnson has not even released a statement offering his condolences. His apology would be more appropriate. And maybe it's a good thing, because knowing Mayor Johnson the way I know him, his statement would probably be accusing Sheridan of provoking this attack, this crime. You know, there was another young lady, beautiful young lady, just like Sheridan, who was set on fire on the CTA, on public transportation. Mayor Johnson said it was an isolated incident. That is either the coldest or most hateful response I could ever imagine anyone giving, much less the mayor of the city of Chicago.
Oh man, we got to keep going, you guys, because we got a lot of drama to cover. I want to pray for Sheridan. I want to pray for this girl that was nothing but an innocent victim of this monster. I want to pray for everybody that's going through these tragedies right now. We got to pray for these sanctuary cities too, because I live in one. And I'm telling you, the revolving door is so crazy. The police do not want to work anymore because it just doesn't make sense. Once they lock them up, they get right out. And of course, they can't get ranked because of that. So I want to pray for them as well and the drama that they got to deal with. Amen. Let's keep on moving, you guys. We got to get on the Englewood, who was always up to no good. That's right, Los Angeles, y'all. That's right, California knows how to party. Let's get on over here. But it's not a good story. We got a family that demands answers after a man in their family lost his life in Englewood in police custody from a traffic stop. From some strange reason, the Englewood police also, they don't wear body cameras. Seems like a coincidence, right? Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen to get those likes up.
A family in Englewood is demanding answers after a man died in police custody during a traffic stop nearly 2 weeks ago.
And the answers the family is searching for could have come from body camera footage, but Englewood police are not equipped with them.
Our Macy Jenkins spoke to the family and Mayor Butts one-on-one tonight. She joins us live in Englewood with that interview that you're seeing for the first time here on NBC4. Macy.
Kathy and Camilla, the family says they want to know what happened during that traffic stop, why he was pulled over, and how he died. The city says it's up to the medical examiner's office to determine the cause of death and up to the DA's investigation to shed light on what happened leading up to it.
No justice, no peace.
The family of 37-year-old Brian Bostic in mourning after he died in the custody of Englewood police on March 10th.
We don't know what happened. We're so heartbroken. It's unimaginable, really.
One of Bostic's cousins told NBC4 he was on his way to Gardenia Memorial Hospital to visit his girlfriend when he was pulled over for a traffic stop at the corner of Hillcrest and Nutwood in Englewood around 9:30 p.m. Our only view of what happened coming from these photos someone took from inside of the restaurant across the street. Englewood Mayor James Butts explains what officers described.
After they made contact with Mr. Bostic, they made an observation of what they believed an attempt to hide something.
My question is this: how come they always can get they can always get footage from that camera over there, the one that's on the gas pump, but you can't get no footage of this? Come on, y'all, stop it with this one here. Come on now.
That's when the mayor says a struggle ensued. Additional officers arrived and Bostic was arrested.
At that time, he was sweating profusely, and he had a contusion on his cheek. They called paramedics to examine him. Paramedics came, examined him, cleared him to be taken to the station and booked.
But when the officers got to the station, the mayor says they noticed Bostic wasn't breathing and started CPR. Paramedics arrived and later pronounced him dead. His aunt Marie Darden recounts her recent conversation with Mayor Butts.
So he said, I can assure you that Brian was alive in the back of the police car before they got to the police station.
What was your reaction when he said that?
I told him crap. That's bull crap. You know, because it's just no way. It's just no way. It should be body cams. How could you assure me that if you weren't there at the crime?
I brought their concerns directly to Mayor Butts today. They said this is another black man who's died at the hands of police, specifically Englewood police. Do you feel that's an accurate characterization of your police officers, and what do you say to that?
Look, I understand the family's grief and anger, but that's absolutely untrue as it relates to the Englewood Police Department.
They're very upset that Englewood PD doesn't have body-worn cameras, that they could have the answers to their questions. But Mayor Butts says their answers will likely come from the cause of death and results of the DA's investigation.
I think that's where he's getting his answers from too. Not only is his last name Butts, he's getting his answers straight from his, right out his butt. Because they don't make no sense. Come on, ain't nobody stupid. Y'all know that's a straight up cover up. Because if it's not, you guys would be like, y'all say what it is. And y'all be able to get camera footage from that restaurant, that store over there, and that one over there. Look, we can defend ourselves. Look at what happened. Look at what happened. Yeah, okay. This one here, they're going to try to sweep that one under the rug. That don't look like no thug or nothing, that right there. Homeboy don't look like he thugged nothing but some food. No disrespect. Thank you so much for the love, you guys over here, that we always show to every single person, no matter who it is. Before we go into the next clip, because it's a very serious topic, we also always like to pray for the families as well as the people that got hurt or lost their lives. We do not go to the next clip because it could be something funny or whatever like that, and we don't like doing that. We like to show respect for people, and no matter what we say, we have to always show respect for the people who lost their lives, as well as the people who are victims and all they're going through all of this craziness in our country, in our world. We pray that there's strength, and we pray that there's mental strength that's added, and people can recuperate and get through these tragedies. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to go. We got to keep on moving forward, because this mayor in New Jersey, he was called a piece of shh a few times. They talking about they called him a piece of shh one time. Nuh-uh. I heard that guy go in at least about 4 times. He had different styles of the way he was calling him a piece of shh. Yeah, man. Sometimes they got I wonder why they didn't cut his mic off. What if he was the person in control of the mic, and that's why they didn't cut his mic off? It makes me wonder. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Yeah, that's why I like to look at like when it comes to these debates, forums, anytime there's back and forth, I love when this comes up, because you never know what you're going to hear. Let's go, you guys. We got to get on over to New Jersey. That's right. Called them a piece of a couple of different styles.
You got the ball to some of the people have the ball to defend yourself like a man.
We got Mayor Daniel Roderick and council members who clash over everything from policing to local services.
This is such a show.
And he just said, the mayor just said, well, this is such a show. And now one of the people gonna go in on him. Right here, keep your eyes feasted right there.
You made it a show, Dan. You are a big piece of shit. And you should go back to Jersey City where you were. So go back there. Don't disparage anybody in this town. You go like piece of shit. I'm tired of your and so is everybody else.
Now, council members is deadlocked on zoning changes and blocking parts of the mayor's plan. I don't want to talk over this guy. I see now, I know why they put text there.
I think we need an exorcist.
Somebody said, I think we need an exorcist.
He's definitely need an exorcist. He's definitely need an exorcist. Look at Smiley there laughing. Tom, how many times did you violate that restraining order that you had to do? That's why I had how many? And maybe what you did to a woman in the shop right now, that's a man.
So now they telling personal stuff. So why did you have to get that restraining order? What'd you do to that lady in the shop? They telling it now, and they telling it in front of everybody. Why you got to get a restraining order? They telling, you know how somebody try to throw you under the bus? Yeah, they throwing each other under the bus now, telling everything.
How about the young man who brought a video banging on his windows and you boxed him into a little 18-year-old kid you boxed in just 2 years ago in the driveway and banging on his fucking window? You begged me to let him go because some powerful rabbi was going to... Rabbi? Yeah, you called me a powerful rabbi was going to lose the elections. You got it. Don't press charges. You're a lunatic.
I guess you had to be there to really get the fun out of that one there, boy. I would have just been like this with my popcorn. Oh my God, but I'd have had my camera ready. I'd have had better audio, and I'd have brought it straight to you guys the right way. I gotta go start just trying to get gaggle. Just try to go see what's going on at these city council meetings, especially when you know the temperature's high. They was going in. Let's keep on going over on you guys. We got this, it's time to blow every door open. This is the one lady who broke the Epstein story open, and she has more. Yeah, right. For real? No, I gotta be honest with you. This one here, she knows so much about Jeffrey Epstein. She is the actual first reporter that actually got information in the beginning. Not this one. No, I'm not talking about this lady here, Nicole Wallace. I'm talking about the person that she's interviewing. Let's get into a little bit of Jeffrey Epstein information. Let's go a little bit in depth real quick. Let's see what we can find. Because we're not giving up on that category over here. We're going to keep on moving and doing what we got to do to keep the layers of the onion to keep on going.
I've thought forever about, I want to go back to the beginning and sort of how you blew open the sweetheart deal. But I want to start with your most recent reporting, because I think some of our best visibility into how powerful people treated Jeffrey Epstein is from some of your most recent reporting about how people, even though he was a child sex trafficker, which is the piece that I can't get my brain around. I can't even believe I said even though ahead of it. There were still powerful people in his circle. How does that happen?
He was really a master manipulator. He was very wealthy, so he dangled a lot of money out there, or connections. You know, sometimes connections are almost as important, if not more important, than money. He was adept at finding someone's weak spot. You know, I always tell this story about these victims.
Her name is Julie K. Brown from the Miami Herald.
Lawyers, there were many of them back in the day that represented these victims, and he wanted to meet with these lawyers personally. He wanted to size them up. And there was one particular lawyer who had a favorite cookie from New York. When he appeared for this meeting with Epstein, he had a whole tray of these cookies that Epstein found out that he loved from New York. And I think that that kind of says a lot about what Epstein did and how he manipulated people. He would find out everything he could about someone and then find their weak spot or their need or how he could use their various skills to help him. And it was just like a chess game in a lot of ways to him.
He found out the type of cookies that somebody liked. A lawyer. Come on now, you know how manipulative you got to be in order to be that and to be that cunning. Gives you an idea of what type of mind this man has, and why a lot of people in this chat say, you know what, he's not gone, but he's just been hidden. Because what you guys always tell me, they're not going to get rid of the golden goose. They're not. Let's keep on and get a little bit more from her.
It seems to me that there's a class element that doesn't get enough attention, that these were smart girls and women. These were, he seemed to prey almost in exclusive.
Okay, we're gonna keep on moving. We ain't doing that today. There's a lot more to get into, because now some stuff that I gotta clear myself out of first. I don't want you guys getting mad at me for this. I am reporting information. I am not saying anything about my commentary on this here topic. I'm not blaming anyone. I am just reporting what's being put out there. Epstein roundup, Trump allegations, perjury claims, and key testimony. We basically got some information right here that's gonna sound a little bad right now, but guess what? I'm gonna let them say it, because I can't even bring myself to say some of this stuff. Let's go. I told you I had something on it, y'all. Let's get to the CNN report.
Newly released.
Well, we got some newly released Epstein files related to unverified allegations of the number 6 assault by Donald Trump. Let's go.
Documents that were missing from the Epstein files contain serious unverified allegations against President Trump. The Justice Department posted 3 FBI memos describing interviews with a woman who accuses both Jeffrey Epstein and President Trump of sexually assaulting her when she was a teenager. The White House calls the accusations completely baseless. CNN's Paula Reed is in Washington with the latest. And Paula, these were missing from earlier file releases, right?
These files that we're about to go over right now were missing from earlier files. They were not released. These are the ones that they said that weren't there, but all of a sudden they found them. We finally got them in, and there, yes, is a link in the description for these new files. They just dropped them, you guys. These are the files that they say, where's the other files that were missing? They're right here. double tap that screen and get those likes up. Also, if you have not already subscribed to the channel, please do so now. Hit that notification bell down there, because guess what, you guys? We're about to get into our health and wellness section. And one of our mods, one of our family members, thanks for the heads up. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
That's right. And this individual was interviewed by the FBI 4 times. And initially, only one memo was released in that initial batch of documents released by the Justice Department. And that was an interview where she made allegations against Jeffrey Epstein, but not against President Trump. Now, yesterday, these additional summaries were released, and they detail the types of allegations that she made against President Trump, where she describes being introduced to him. She alleges that he asked everyone to leave the room and, quote, mentioned something to the effect of, quote, let's teach you how little girls are supposed to be, and then describes an encounter where he pushes her head down to his penis and then told agents she bit Trump, who then allegedly struck her and said something like, get this little expletive the hell out of here. Now, in her third interview, she allegedly said that she was receiving threatening calls. And in her fourth interview, it's interesting, she told investigators that she was concerned about why she was even coming forward because the statute of limitations had passed. Now, I do want to make sure we get in here the fact that President Trump has consistently denied any wrongdoing. In a statement yesterday, the White House described these allegations as, quote, completely baseless, backed by zero credible evidence.
The U.S. Justice Department has released documents involving President Trump that had been missing, suspiciously rather, from the Epstein files. They include FBI memos from 3 interviews with a woman who alleges she was sexually assaulted by then citizen Trump when she was a teenager. The president has consistently denied any wrongdoing.
I know we can get those likes up, you guys. Come on, we the ones that's over here peeling that layer back. Y'all didn't even know that there was new files released. And you didn't know that we had the link right there in the description. So when the show's over, boop, hit it and go look at the files yourself. I do all the work so you guys don't have to. Don't even ask for no money, because y'all be tight. Woo, y'all tight. And I understand, because I know a lot of people ain't got it. Because I understand that it's hard out here for a pimp, or when you're trying to get the money for the rent, and it's almost top of the month. So I get it. I don't ask for money. But if you could, no problem. But if you can't and you ain't got it, I could take it in the form of likes. That's right, you guys. All you got to do is double tap that screen and get those likes up. And we're trying to get up to 80,000 subscribers. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on now, let's go. Let's get it.
Note that the inclusion of interviews in the Epstein files is not necessarily evidence of wrongdoing. It is an interview. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt slammed the release of the documents, saying in part, quote, the total baselessness of these accusations is also supported by the obvious fact that Joe Biden's Department of Justice knew about them for 4 years and did nothing with them because they knew President Trump did absolutely nothing wrong, unquote.
That's right, Cinnamon, be real. A whole bunch of those $2 really add up. Talk to them. They understand now. Yeah, all we got to do is give them $2 because it works. 2 here, 2 there, and a 2 here, and a 2 there. Here a 2, there a 2, there a 2. I could take the 2. Thank you so much, Cinnamon, be real. I appreciate it. Everybody, there you go.
As the Trump White House continues to shrug off the scandal, Congress is pushing ahead, voting to subpoena Attorney General Pam Bondi, the subpoena to testify.
Let's keep on moving forward now, because I got more for you. You know, we got to keep on peeling the layers of the onion. I know we got more right here. We got this Epstein ring where the woman describes a couple of other things, you guys. And you know what I like to do? We like to go across pond and get much, much more. That's right. A lot of tie-ins are coming together now. Andrew, other modeling agencies, trading of women? Are you serious? Places, this is about to get crazy, you guys. Every single thing that you guys said and you thought of, it's starting to come out. Everything that you guys said about the Itza and all that stuff with the little, yeah, I can't say certain things, but we here, so you know what I'm talking about. Tiffany, thank you. Appreciate you as well. Everybody, show Tiffany some love, because, you know what I'm saying, we ain't turning down nothing but these collars right there. We appreciate Tiffany. Thank you so much. Got 5 likes already. Epstein ring. We got a woman who describes an assault by a man she believes had links to the, you know what I'm talking about, right? Jeffrey Epstein. During the late 1990s, Jean-Marie Daniel and another John Marie, right? Gerald Marie and Danielle Siat, that's his name, who also appeared in more than 1,000 Jeffrey Epstein files. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got more information that nobody else even thought about going to get.
2 women who report that they were sexually abused by a top modelling agent are calling now for an urgent investigation by French prosecutors into possible links between their alleged abuser and Jeffrey Epstein.
This is why Andrew's case is getting worse, because now they've added trafficking.
Lisa Brinkworth, a former BBC journalist, says she was assaulted by Gerald Marie during undercover filming for a BBC documentary, while Emma Carlson says he also sexually assaulted her when she was modelling, accusations that he denies. His ex-wife and former model, Linda Evangelista, has praised women for coming forward. The women say they have evidence showing a business relationship between the 2 men, and Hannah King says more on their story.
Brinkworth was working undercover for the BBC, posing as a model to help expose abuse in the fashion industry during the late 1990s. She says modelling agent Gerald Marie sexually assaulted her. Now she's joined forces with other alleged victims. Together, they've unearthed private emails they claim link Gerald Marie with Jeffrey Epstein.
A worldwide situation going on here, not just in one place. Remember, Paris, Germany, the Congo, what else? New Mexico. We've got London with Andrew. We've got Russia. We've got Ukraine. All of these places go back and tie into Jeffrey Epstein. And guess who else? High position people. Makes you wonder, how did he know each and every one of these people? How did he prey on all of their likes? Think about it like this. I know all of these guys are bags, right? I'm gonna give them what they want. And I'm gonna manipulate them with the power and the positions that they have. And I'm gonna get rich doing it. That's what Jeffrey Epstein did.
One of the women, Ebba Carlson, says she was 20 when she was sexually assaulted by Gerald Marie and by model scout Daniel Siad in 1990. Both men deny all claims. Siad appears in more than 1,000 documents in the Epstein files. Emails suggest the model scout connected Epstein with young women. He also scouted for Gerald Marie and for agent Jean-Luc Brunel, who was a friend of Epstein.
Oh, who's that? Jean-Luc Brunel and who? Ghislaine Maxwell. Who is that? The go-getter for Jeffrey Epstein. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to double tap that screen to get those likes. So we are not playing over here. We getting it in. Come on now. Come on, let's go. You see what's happening over here. But you like the way we put it down because this is our bottom line. Yeah, we got some sense over here.
And being investigated for rape and trafficking of minors at the time of his death. One of Brunel's alleged victims, Tisha Houseman, told this program what she witnessed.
We've all been Epstein survivors, but also Brunel survivors. We've all been saying it's a network. It's not only Epstein or Brunel or Ghislaine Maxwell. It's a whole network of men.
The women have handed over their evidence to French prosecutors and are urged.
So now you got the women coming together in the United States. You got the women coming together in the UK. What's next?
Them to investigate further.
Well, we're joined now from Paris by Ebba Carlson.
No, we can't do that because we got to get into Shock Boy. You know who I'm talking about, right? After that one picture that fool took when he was like this, coming out of that, getting locked up, I can't call him nothing but Shock Boy. That's right. We got to get a little bit more about Prince Andrew. We got an investigation as it widens, as the UK demands unredacted Epstein files. Also, this is when it comes out about that number 6. Trills trafficking, because you know that they said that Virginia Dufresne was only 17 years old when they were, yeah. And how old was she before that, if there was ever any other contact? Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. We're going up to 500 likes or better today. That's what we need to do. 500 likes or better because we deserve it. Let's get to work. We're going to keep on peeling the layers back.
Let's talk about Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, because we know that he's, of course, still under investigation for misconduct in public office, but Thames Valley...
Now we got a prince, royalty, and guess what? I'm going there. I'm going to be the first one to say it. He's not the only one. He taking a hit right now. I think it might be worse in the royal family. Yeah, I think there's some involvement with more than one person, not just Andrew. And I think if they keep on messing with him and they lock him up, he gonna tell it. He telling. I'm telling you, he gonna tell.
Police
already not even used to his bears being kicked out. You think he want to get locked up? Please.
Is reportedly set to look into other potential corruption offences and conduct a scoping assessment of sex trafficking allegations. Look, I just find this guy gross personally, Andrew, and I think it gets worse and worse, though I'm not surprised. I think with any investigation, I mean, it does always get widened. But how the mighty have fallen, how bad is it?
I mean, it does look like they are trying to get him, doesn't it, by widening the scope of this investigation. So initially he was arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office. That was over accusations he shared pretty confidential information with Jeffrey Epstein. But it's also now reported, as you say, that the scope is widening to assess potential corruption charges, corruption offences. They're also conducting a scoping assessment of sex trafficking allegations as well. It does look like this could be a very drawn out process. Some legal voices have said this could take upwards of a year. And it could get even worse. The British police are now telling the Americans they want the full unredacted Epstein files so they can examine them in detail. And
first he thought he was okay. He was Prince Andrew and he was staying in the UK. He was not coming over out here because they wanted to investigate him. Then all of a sudden the book dropped, Nobody's Girl with Virginia Dufresne making all of them claims. Then the Epstein files dropped. Nothing but mentions made of his name. Also, Sarah Ferguson, right? Now you know what they had to do? Stripped everything from him. Now once they stripped everything from him, all of his protection, all of his royal guard, everything that he's known for, now they got nothing but Andrew Mountbatten Windsor to lock up. If they lock Andrew up, woo, that's probably what they don't want to do. If they lock him up or Fergie go through the system, everybody going to jail. I'm telling you, they're not used to this. Everybody going to jail. Let's go.
who knows what's in them at this stage, but it's not looking good for the former Prince Andrew.
You ain't got to give him no fries. You ain't got to bring no burger in there. You don't got to bring in no tea and crumpet. All you got to do is lock Andrew back where you just brought him from that had him looking like this when he came up out of there. All you got to do is come on. Yeah, now we got to go. And if you put some handcuffs on him, woo! If you do this to Prince Andrew, ex-Prince Andrew, and he doing this, going down, doo-doo-doo-doo, look at the crumpet shop. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh my God, look at that little, yeah, he telling before he even get to the precinct. Okay, this is who it was. Well, excuse me, sir, we got to get to the precinct first. Can we get, no, I don't even want to go to the precinct. I got so much goodies on these people. He got it too. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get back across pond to our side of the waters. We getting back over to, I'm going back to Indiana. Indiana's where I'm from. Let's get on over there, you guys, because we got some situations going on where y'all need to calm down. How y'all acting up at a funeral? I got a situation coming up in a couple of days with my bro. I lost my bro, and we got to go take care of some situations with that, you know. But this here is ridiculous. We got Indiana. I know, and I hope it all was worth it, because this doesn't make any sense. You're at a funeral and people pulling up. And I'm talking about, if anything is a sign, this to me would be a sign. Both your hands get pow-powed and you're walking around talking about, I don't know what's going on, and this is a sign. You know what I said to myself? That's a sign to move. If somebody pop you in both of them, move. You probably ain't gonna have no help when it comes down to moving the boxes, but it's time for you to get out of there. Let's get on over to Indiana. We're at a funeral. It was a pow-powing. Yeah.
Developing now, a man is dead after shots were fired during a funeral on Indy's near northeast side. The police report lists 2 other victims. CBS 4's Gabriela Mirando talked to one of them today, who says the shooting is just another tragedy his family is dealing with.
Dion Hart Jr. was prepared to lay his father to rest Saturday morning.
Very stand-up guy. Would do anything for you. Honestly, he had a big heart.
He wasn't prepared to get shot in the process.
It was just senseless. Every day that we were going through the same thing.
Hart.
Straight up and down, I'm David Banner after this. I'm talking about the real one. I'm Dr. Banner. I got my backpack on. I'm walking if I'm broke. I'm getting the hell out of there. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel about it. I'm leaving. I'm moving. Both hands? Oh no.
Who didn't want his face on camera was shot in both hands. The police report lists 2 other victims, one of whom died. IMPD says a disturbance outside of Antioch Fountain of Grace Baptist Church led to the shooting Saturday morning.
I hope it was all worth it. Whatever was going through your mind between you and another individual this morning, to do it during a family gathering, a service, to try to put somebody to rest is just uncalled for, and this shows what type of empathy and emotions that you have as a human being for not trying to respect and honor the other people's families that's trying to lay him to rest properly.
Pastor Clyde Posley Jr. says he's experienced this kind of violence at other churches, but never his own.
My church has been in this community over 60 years, and it's 140 years old. We open our doors to families to have funerals because we see ourselves as a community church. That was insulted today.
IMPD has no one in custody as of Saturday morning. Officials and the Hart family alike hope this is a wake-up call to stop these random acts of violence.
You've heard us talk about conflict resolution before, but wanting to do this outside or inside of a church or around a church for that matter is certainly disturbing.
Was this something?
Oh boy, whoever's talking to that person, user Mac, I think they might be a bot, because anytime it's user Mac, that's just a Mac user that's trying to come on. That could be a bot. Don't pay too much attention to them, or feel free to please double tap that screen and get those likes up. Also, I want to pray for the man who lost his life here in this tragedy. I want to pray for the family members and everybody that's out there. I want them to be able to grieve in peace, because sometimes that's all you have. And that's why people do grieve, and they come together to send off their family or their friends or their loved ones in a respectable manner. Got these people out here nowadays that they're talking about pulling up on the roof service just to make themselves look a little more harder, or like they're doing it in the movies. This is senseless acts of violence. That's number one. Also, I know that our attitudes get really high when a family member or someone loses their life. So you guys got to be really careful what you're speaking and what you're saying certain times, especially when you know it could probably get heated. These are the times when tragedies can happen. I want to pray for everybody, all the lost and the loved ones in this event. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, because we got to get on over to Florida, because they never fail. This is a serious situation right here that connects a concern for a family who was poisoned by a cane toad. Be careful out there, because they got these big toads out there. Your dog might go to pick them up and bite them. They get poisoned. Next thing you know, they get really sick and could possibly lose their lives. This is a warning for our furry friends and our loved ones. Let's get on it. You guys double tap that screen and get those likes up. I appreciate you. I hope you appreciate me. So go ahead and hit that double tap that screen and get those likes up. Come on, I know we can do it.
Keeping you informed about the invasive amphibians that could be in your backyard. Florida residents were used to living among dangerous wildlife, but newcomers maybe from up north may not know about some common hazards like poisonous cane toads. They can poison or even kill your pets. Our Loxahatchee reporter Michael Hoffman shares a story of a close call in the Arden community.
Somebody knows about it. Look at that. Somebody knows about these toads. I don't let everybody pray for me, but thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Ain't no need unless Florida is involved. You know, ain't no news unless Florida is involved. Y'all been around long enough to know. Sometimes I'm like, I need something with shock value. And you know who never fails? Florida. Let's go. Somebody else says they're evasive species. You appreciate the content? Hit the double tap that screen, hit the like button, and also go ahead and subscribe. That's actually free.
This is a cane toad, and while it may look harmless, it really isn't. Its toxins can kill pets, and that's almost what happened to a family here in Arden, and they're searching for answers on how to keep this from ever happening again.
Pluto is a 90-pound, 5-year-old golden retriever.
There you go.
And a very good boy, always meeting guests at the front door. But one day, as Danielle Pascucci came home, she didn't see Pluto at the door.
So I called him over. He still didn't come, which is really weird for him. And then I came and I turned the light on, and I knew instantly something was wrong.
Pluto had grabbed a cane or bufo toad, harmless to humans but deadly to pets. These toads are becoming a bigger problem in western Palm Beach County, including Arden, due to rapid development and man-made waterways. Danielle quickly realized Pluto was in danger and rushed him to the vet.
I went over and I touched him, and as soon as I touched him, he collapsed. They definitely said that it had to have been a toad. 99.9% sure it was.
And while after a few days, Pluto was back to his normal self, Danielle was trying to figure out how to keep this from happening again. And that's when she and I got connected. Searching for answers, I called Janine Tilford, owner of Toad Busters, to try to get the Piscucci family some answers.
It's like CPR.
Toad
If you don't know
busters.
what to do when your dog bites a toad, you're going to lose your dog most likely because it's a matter of minutes.
We walked the family's property together. Janine says switching out mulch with rocks, installing mesh fences along the property, keeping an eye on spaces that critters can hide underneath, keeping lights off at night, and having a handy kit are all great ways to prevent and react to the invasive amphibians. But
Most important thing is, whether you have a service like us
Where you get that 3.5 pouch at?
to come out and help, or you want to help yourself, don't leave the dog unattended.
in Arden, Michael Hoffman, WPTV News.
All right, y'all. We got to look out for the dogs out there. Y'all know how we do it over here. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. Let's go ahead and get those likes up. Let's go. I know we can do more than that because guess what? We got more content, more current events, and more trending topics to get into. We did a whole bunch of states, right? But that don't mean we finished. We got to keep on moving. Keep on moving. Florida, by way of Melbourne. We got a man who says he pow-powed a 19-year-old in self-defense. The video shows what happens. You guys know about this story right here? Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. I am working. I ain't stopping. We going.
Accused of murdering a teenager in downtown Melbourne claims additional evidence proves he only opened fire in self-defense.
Stefan DeJuiced was back in court today at the Brevard Justice Center in Vieira, and Channel 9's Sabrina Majori was also there, and she reports he even claimed he was the victim of a murder plot.
DeJuice's attorneys argued he was threatened multiple times while in jail and was threatened on the day of the shooting too. The judge didn't rule on the merits of that argument, but did say any evidence of that and additional surveillance video needed to be preserved. Prosecutors point to this surveillance video as a key piece of evidence in the case against Stefan DeJuiced. He's charged with second-degree murder for shooting 19-year-old Nathaniel Jennings in downtown Melbourne back in May. Investigators say DeJuiced pulled out his handgun and fired 8 times after an altercation outside of downtown bars. We stopped the video before the first shots were fired, but prosecutors say the fight beforehand never got physical and say DeJuiced continued shooting even as Jennings ran away.
Does the victim ever make physical contact with the defendant, Mr. DeJuiced? Does he ever hit him?
He does not.
But the defense argues video from other downtown Melbourne surveillance.
From what it looked like he was trying to square up with him, and then he pulled out. Probably did a little too much with the pull out, and probably could have hit him one time in the leg or something like that. But I did see it's kind of a square up right there. If you guys want to double look at that again.
Cameras will help prove DeJuiced shot in self-defense. He told police back in May the victim threatened him and put him in a bear hug.
I'm also going to order that Melbourne PD preserve any video evidence that they may have.
So he's saying prior to that, on another date, the guy that he pow-powed had already put him in a bear hug and already been defensive and trying to get at him already. So he probably was already intimidated by him.
The date of the incident.
The defense also claiming friends of the victim were actively plotting to hurt or kill DeJuiced while in jail as an act of retaliation for the shooting. The state attorney...
That is after the fact, and that's probably going to happen. It happens a lot of times. We're going to keep you guys up to date on the situation. Seems like some stupid street beef that went the wrong way to me. Sad to see and a terrible situation. I want to pray for the guy that lost his life in this tragedy, and hopefully we get to the bottom of this and see what's going on with it, because we will follow up over here and see what comes out of it. I want to ask for prayers and everybody's pray for the loss and the families in this situation. Amen. European issues a chilling warning as Iranian missiles are now coming in with their capabilities. So now the UK, they're nervous because yes, it seems like they're getting striked. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, let me see something. Are we gonna do this now? Oh no, this is too old. Yeah, we got to get over to that story I just said right there. Let me make sure I got it. There we go. Sorry about that, guys.
Keith Kellogg, welcome, General, and thank you for your service to our country. How and when does this conflict end, and what is success? How will we know we have achieved success?
Well, thanks, Trey. Thanks for having me. It's great to be on with you tonight. Look, there's three parts to this. The first part is their military, which they've basically been destroyed. The second part is the missile fleet, which we've taken out, of the nuclear fleet, which we've taken out. The third part of that is a theocratic government. And I think when you get into warfare, you're in a war of wills, and we have to have more will than they've got. And this is one of those things we just have to take their economic lifeline away from them. What I would do, just me, is we'd go after Carg Island. And taking Carg Island basically it just strangles them economically. And how you would do that, you would either do that with a Ranger assault or an airborne assault into Carg Island, put a provisional government in place. You would then take the U.S. Marines on the Tripoli or Boxer ARGs, the amphibious ready groups that are heading that way, and you kind of open up the Strait of Hormuz as well. And then you kind of make sure that there's almost a revolution within Iran. You know, you've got the Revolutionary Guard, but you also have the Army. Two separate things. The Army is not really in favor of the theocratic government. The Revolutionary Guards is, and put them against each other right now. I think the Army will win out. They're about the same size. In fact, the Army's a little bit larger. But you have to, the will of the president is going to have to do that. He's done great things so far. He's done things that most people would not believe would happen in the last 47 years, but he's had the guts to do it and take it over. Now it's the final step, that final step of will, getting rid of that government, because as long as you've got a theocratic government in place, the mullah's in charge, instead of the mullah's in the mosque, you're going to have a problem.
All right, that's it. Follow-ups, that's what's going on over in the UK. Let's see what's happening now. That's what they're talking about, and they're nervous about it because they have range enough to reach the UK. So it's luckily that they annihilated and took that out. Let's do this. Do your boy a favor. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's get into a little bit of entertainment news that's not entertainment news. It seems as if once this P. Diddy case came in, we got a lot of people that are coming out about what happened to them. Not only that, years in the past, we've seen a lot of people change. We've seen people go to Christ. We've seen people lose their lives. We've seen people go to D-Rugs, all because of this crazy entertainment/music into this industry. And one thing about it that I've learned is the beast, what they always say is you sell your soul to the devil. There's no one necessary way to do this. You can do it so many different ways. And not only that, sometimes when you do it, you wish you can, most of the time you wish you can get your soul back, but you can't. So now you got all the riches, but the things that you've done to acquire those riches are not things that you can sit with. So spiritually, it breaks you down. Physically, it breaks you down. Morally, it makes you feel terrible. So now we got a situation where, yes, Justin Bieber and Usher, they're clashing at the Oscars party. Justin's people are saying, Usher, you did not look out for him when he was a youngster. What do they mean by that? Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen and get those likes up.
The Daily Mail claims that Usher, pop star Usher, feels underappreciated by his former mentee, Justin Bieber. Why has Justin Bieber distanced himself from Usher? There's a picture of the pair of them at the moment that's gone viral where 50 Cent has had some words to say. I won't repeat it here, Kinsey, because we could get sued, but there are all sorts...
She don't even want to quote 50 Cent. Nobody does. You heard that? She said we could get sued if we quote 50 cents.
Of unsavory allegations flying around.
Well, sources tell the Daily Mail that Bieber and Usher clashed at an Oscars party recently with Justin's camp, someone anonymously stressing that Usher did not protect Justin Bieber when he introduced him into the world as a child pop star.
If you notice the relationship between P. Diddy and Justin Bieber, where'd you think that migrate from? Usher. Oh, I could do the same thing. I could hook you up with P. Diddy and he can teach you how to be a star. Only thing is he taught you how to do a couple of other things. And they're probably talking about that as well. How dare you introduce him to somebody like that? Allegedly.
whether from a moral perspective or a financial perspective, maybe both, but we're not certain. But Justin has struggled with his mental health as an adult and seems to resent a lot of the original team.
Yes, I think 50 Cent knows a little bit about this, and I do wonder whether there'll be another documentary on these sorts of issues that we're touching on now.
Ooh, what if there's another documentary on that? Might be able to get Justin Bieber down and do a tell-all. What do you guys think about that? Let's get on over to Cuba, the Cuban people, because somebody said they're from there. It make me feel like you know the lineup. It make me feel like you know my lineup. I'm serious about this, but hey, let's just get into it since we're there. We got a woman who used a fake Cuban marriage license to get over, what was that, $70-something thousand worth of Social Security benefits? We got to get into it, you guys. Let's go. That's what she did. That's what she did in Florida, y'all.
This woman faces charges. She's accused of illegally collecting thousands of dollars in Social Security benefits over several years. NBC6 reporter Christian Colon joins us with how investigators say she used a fake marriage certificate to bring in extra cash.
The Social Security Administration's Office of Inspector General say they noticed something was off about Mariling Matos' documents. Investigators say Matos gave the Social Security Office a fake Cuban marriage certificate to obtain money belonging to a deceased person. The person's name was Calibre Consoles. It's unclear who this person was. Police say Matos collected money for nearly 5 years. Once investigators suspected something was wrong, the Department of State asked the Cuban Ministry of Foreign Affairs to verify the document, but it wasn't valid.
Gotta. What's that green jacket you got on there, miss? Looks a little different from that pretty dress that you were wearing a couple of hours ago, huh? Ay, coño, papi, what are you talking about? I'm not supposed to do nothing. I don't do nothing. Oh, yeah, you didn't? Gotta. Let's go, y'all.
More than $73,000 later, Matos was arrested.
And Matos was granted a bond today. Once she gets out, she told the judge she plans to hire a private attorney. In Miami, Christian Colon.
Hey, she got bail. She got the dough to get it. She got the dough. She got all that dough up under that mattress. Ay, coño, I gotta pay this bail money to get out. Go under the mattress and get the money and go give it to the bail's bondsman. Whatever her bail was, she only had to pay 10% of that. So we're gonna see what happens with this, what Social Security does to her. Terrible situation, you guys. Oh my God. See that? How y'all gonna come over here and steal money like that? Trying to use a fake, how you gonna try to use a fake marriage license like that? You know you wrong for that. You know you wrong. Let's get on over to Washington, D.C., where the police are searching for a person of interest about a powwowing had to do with some children. Oh, this is bad. Bunk beds? Went through the bunk beds? You mean to tell me it was that serious? They powwowing out there, you guys, and it went through the bunk bed. Almost, yeah, I don't even want to say it because I might get in trouble. Let's go. I want them to say it because you guys ain't going to believe this. Let's get on over to the national desk and see what's going on with this situation, because we got the police that searched for 6 people, 6 persons of interest in a massive powwowing where a child's bunk bed was powwowed. That's close right there.
More than 90 bullets flying across a D.C. neighborhood during a shootout. A close call for families who had to duck for cover on Saturday. And tonight, police are looking for these 6 people. We're glad you're with us. I'm Scott Thuman. While no one was hit, the gunfire did cause a lot of damage. Our Washington, D.C. reporter, Felicia Ashley, is in Southeast, where residents are still shaken up.
Police are calling what happened in this alley disturbing. The shooters fired more than 90 shots. Take a look at this. Multiple cars completely shot up. The shooters also shot and hit homes, a school, and a child's bed.
I found Molly Stevenson as she was taking a picture of the police car and shot spotter now parked on the 1500 block of A Street.
Is it true that it went into somebody's window?
Homes, windows,
like
it
a
hit one of the
nursery?
nearby schools, yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's terrifying.
Take a look at this. Saturday, police say multiple suspects went to a nearby alley and fired more than 90 shots at each other in a massive shootout. Now, take a look at these photos. Today, the police are looking for these 4 men and 2 women, believed to be in their late teens to early 20s.
Tell you one thing, y'all ain't got no aim at all. Out there just pow-powing like it's firecrackers. Luckily, you ain't hurt nobody.
We had an opportunity to visit the home in which the bullet went through the window, as well as the upper window of the young lady's bedrooms. It was by the grace of God that no one was injured.
Councilman Wendell Felder represents the neighborhood. I met him steps away from where the shooting happened.
My office has been in contact with the Deputy Mayor's Office for Public Safety and Justice, and we asked for a community walk.
What will a community walk do to fix or change shootings and crime?
A community walk ain't gonna have near one of them people out there that was pow and involved. If y'all do that in the daytime, they all gonna be asleep, not knowing what the hell going on. Cause the freaks come out at night. Yeah, the freaks come out at night, especially nowadays, acting like they don't, the simulations now. They be walking around like a simulation now with the little hoodie on, with their face covered and everything like that. It's crazy out here, you guys. I wanna pray and I wanna thank God that nobody lost their lives. A lot of rounds went, but luckily no babies, no families, and no children, and no strays went through any windows. That was a blessing right there. Lord, thank you for covering all of us in times like that. Because not only do we pray when we need you, when we're talking about the loss of life, we want to pray and thank you for when you protect us. That's very important as well. Let's keep on moving over to New York, but Rochester. Let's get on over to Rochester. We got these animal advocates that are urging Rochester City for stronger laws after a dog loses his life. I hate reporting stuff like this. It got through, you guys. I'm sorry. It got through, but I got no choice. I got to promote it. You know why? Because I want us to know about it, because all of us over here, we love animals. I know the majority of people that are in my family over here love animals, and we love dogs. Want us to see this, and hopefully we can do something about it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen. Let's go.
Tonight, an animal rights protest takes over Rochester City Hall.
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Reno Thieves got to go!
It's been about a month since this video was posted online showing multiple dogs in unsanitary conditions in a Rochester home. This sparked outrage among local animal advocates. Protesters came out in droves to tonight's city council meeting to continue pushing for improved animal rights. New tonight, News 10 NBC's Tom Kowalski joins us live from City Hall with what they want to see happen. And Tom,
we love cats too. Stop it over there, John Smith. We love cats too. We just played 3 back-to-back videos with cats the other day.
Explain what sparked this fresh round of protests.
Yeah, Nikki, well, Wednesday afternoon, Lollipop Farm says it responded to that house right there after RPD reported that a dead dog was found inside the residence. Now, that dog has since been taken by Lollipop for a necropsy report, and Lollipop has also taken 4 other living dogs from that property. However, protesters who were out in arms in front of those steps right there say that this could have all been prevented had Lollipop acted sooner. But Lollipop says its hands were tied.
There's been a lot of situations going on, like in the last 3 months, where animals are in horrific condition. And most recently, as of yesterday, one died.
That's Suzanne Nugent, founder of the animal rights group Passion in Action Advocates for Rochester's Animals, or PARA.
Hey, hey, ho, ho!
She's criticizing RPD and Lollipop Farms for what protesters consider inaction in an animal abuse investigation on 3rd Street in Rochester. It's the house owned by Leticia Estacio, who found the dogs being abused by her tenant.
I contacted Animal Control and Lollipop Farms and everybody back in November and said, these dogs have been abandoned. This person doesn't actually live here. You need to come and get the dogs. And they said, no, we think this is a landlord-tenant dispute.
Colessive. She said, this is my town. This is just heartbreaking, not bringing tears to my eyes. I hate seeing animals being hurt. This is my town. Close them down. Penny is the bottom line. Kenny, she's our pet club mascot. There we go. There we go. There go Penny. There you go, Cinnamon Be Real. That's so sad. Shaking my head. Yeah, terrible situation. Terrible.
And I was like, no, abandoned dogs has nothing to do with landlord-tenant law. I can't evict dogs, but they refuse to come. It's not that they don't have sufficient legislation for them to do something. They're just not doing it.
What Lollipop seems to think is that, hey, as long as a guy's abusing a dog behind closed doors, he could do so and there's nothing we could do about it.
Animal rights attorney Matthew Albert says law enforcement has the right to seize pets under a New York State agriculture and markets law.
373 subsection 2. If they could show reasonable cause, not irrefutable evidence, reasonable cause to show that a dog has been left in unsanitary or unhealthy conditions for more than 12 hours, then they could go before a magistrate, and a magistrate at that point must sign a warrant which would allow them entry into the premises.
Now, in a statement, Lollipop Farm says Wallace officers had responded to prior reports and complaints at that home. Since any time that officers were there, dogs had access to food, water, and shelter. Legally, there was nothing that they could do. We'll, of course, continue to follow the story as it develops. For now, though.
Oh, man, the way his head was sticking out of that little small part right there. His head's not even supposed to be able to go through there. There was a gate there. He had wounds on the top of his head like he probably was getting hit or pushed his head through there just to try to get some air because he's probably inside of there with feces and having to breathe it in. Lord knows why that baby was sticking his head out like that. Terrible, tragic situation right there. And if I was there, I would be in jail. I'd be in prison, and I'd let them all out. I want to pray for all of the dogs all around the world that's being mistreated. I want to pray for all of the foster homes and all of the shelters that are actually taking in all of these animals. I want to pray for the beautiful angels and the people that are out there and pushing and advocating and pushing to get these dogs out of these tragic situations. And I'm coming as soon as I can. As soon as we get our dough up over here, we're going to get our thing going as well, because there's so many more that need to be helped. And that's the entire reason why I made our bottom line. We're trying to make a bunch of money, right? But we want to make it so that we can get a shelter and we can save animals. Amen. Let's move forward, you guys. We got to get into it. We got more to get into. And since we already got on the topic of dogs and animals, I want to show some more love to another one of our family members, someone who's been there since day one. Even if you're not here right now, this for you, bro. This for you. Someone said Boogotti. We always look out for each other. We pray for the animals, you know. We talk about health and wellness. We talk about eating well for ourselves. We talk about taking care of ourselves mentally and physically. You always pray for the dogs. Well, what about something for them? Here we go. If you don't got a dog, I feel for you, but you still might want to know what dog food brands you should ditch immediately, and 10 that you ought to be buying. This is by the Pet Nutrition Channel. This is about dog food. That's right. We want to know what's in the dog food, what is it doing to our family members, and is it even worth it? Did you know some of these dog foods have less than 10% of meat in them, and all of it is all byproducts and crap? Yes, some of your favorite dog foods that you probably heard about for years. I'm talking about the big name ones. I'm not talking about nothing small, you guys. I'm talking about the big guys. And if you really love your animal the way that we know that you do, I just want you guys to know what's in this food. Not trying to steer you anyway, but you need to know what's in it. Now, I want to know, if you have a dog, or if you ever had a dog, what did you feed your dog? And I always step out first because I don't want to seem like I'm trying to trick you guys. You know what I fed my dogs? I used to feed them on a budget. When I had money, a lot of money, or a decent budget, I'd feed them Ukanuba, because I thought that, you know, that's something good to get them. Even worse than that, one time, before that, I wanted to get them big, I used to give them monkey chow, because it's real big. Monkey chow, right? Monkey chow, Ukanuba, and if it's a little rough out there, this is how you do it. Even if it's not rough out there, you get some dry pedigree, you mix it in a bowl. You get a half a can of pedigree, you mix it in a bowl, and you make it consistent so that it goes through them, and you can see that turd. You be going for the turd look right there. That's the whole purpose of feeding the dog. Not what you want to give the dog or what you think the dog should eat. No. We focus on what that boo-boo need to look like, especially if you want to clean it up and if you got to clean it up. So yes, it should be moist, strong turd. That's right. So that's how you feed the dog. feed them something with some consistency to it. Never give them all dry food. I am totally against it, even if that's what you guys want to do. At least wet the food. Come on. Would you want to eat that hard stuff? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I see Alpo, my boy Fancy, raw meat. I was cooking food for my dog until I had to go back to the office. Kibbling bits and bits and bits and beef and bacon. Pedigree is one of the worst, and you're right about that. Kendra, in my mind, okay. I use dry farmer's dog, Greek yogurt, plain venison, eggs from the backyard, and pumpkin that I've grown. That's the best one I've seen so far. Lee Davis is killing it. And you all right, Tracy? Pedigree is the worst. I didn't know, I was young. Okay, made gravy over Alpo or gravy trained with vitamins. Not good. I don't have a dog currently, but the Blue Wilderness brand is good. Raw meat, raw food. I'm in New York, but just reside in Virginia. Okay, only raw meat. Feed my dog only food I make. Call it a while. Okay, that's the simple to make the dog food. Okay, my world is old liver, nice Liberty, egg potatoes. We switch between grain feed and whole feed, back and forth. Costco bag. Ooh, for real? Freeze dried and supposed to be better than the baked. Ollie is great, and Don, what's that? Doing G's aren't meant to eat cereal grain. I fed Pedigree once just to try, and he's shit yellow for a week. Wow, let's keep on going. Somebody says I give bone broth. Here we go. 35 dog foods. I'm saying all of them. There was other clips. I'm gonna just call it like it is. There was ones that had 10 of them. There was ones that had 15. Why am I doing that? I'm going to 35. I went to the biggest one, the one with the most brands and the most information that we could get. There's 35 dog food brands that you need you should ditch immediately. So when you guys is calling out Pedigree, you're right. 10 that you ought to buy. This is Charles Brennan's channel. Charles Brennan's channel. We're going to get into it a little bit, and then we're going to do the rundown, because 35 is a lot, but I'm going to do the rundown. And guess what? If you remember the Discord, you'll have the whole list right in front of you right now, the whole list, as well as the link that you can click to see this right now, if you're a member of our Discord. Because guess what? There is a link right there. It shows the show link right now, and the link to just that video and all of the dog foods. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
I'm about to show you 35 dog food brands you should ditch immediately, and why, along with 10 brands that are actually safe and worth feeding your furry friend. Starting with number 35, Pedigree. Pedigree is a household name in dog food.
We went right
but behind
into
the familiar branding lies several red flags. Over the years, the brand has faced recalls for salmonella contamination, mold, and ingredient mislabeling, issues that could make your pet sick. The kibble is primarily made with corn, wheat, and soy, which serve as inexpensive fillers rather than a meaningful source of protein. Artificial colors, flavorings, and preservatives, such as BHA and BHT, are used to maintain shelf life. However, research has linked these chemicals to long-term liver stress and oxidative damage in dogs. Specific recipes also have high sodium content, which can be particularly risky for older dogs or pets with heart conditions. Texture and size inconsistency in the kibble can even create choking hazards for small breeds. While Pedigree promises balanced nutrition on the packaging, the quality of protein sources and digestibility often falls short of veterinary standards.
Probably why when you said you fed your dog Pedigree, it's for a week, because there's nothing there. There's nothing but byproducts and crap mashed up to make it look like something. I was a victim. I'm willing to admit it. Let's go.
For dog owners who care about longevity, gut health, and real nutrition, it's safer to avoid Pedigree and select brands with whole meats, minimal fillers, and natural preservatives.
The next one, Beneful. Remember Beneful? You thought it was good? I seen some people putting it there. I seen some people putting Beneful there, but I'm not calling you out. I want us to know what we shouldn't be feeding our babies.
Number 34, Beneful. Beneful presents itself as a wholesome, balanced meal for dogs, but its history tells a different story. The brand has been linked to recalls over mold contamination, mislabeling, and chemical imbalances, creating risks that pet owners shouldn't ignore. The recipes rely on byproducts, grains, and artificial ingredients rather than high-quality meat, which can trigger allergies or digestive issues. Preservatives such as BHA and BHT are still present, chemicals associated with studies that link them to organ stress and oxidative damage in animals. Sodium and fat levels in some formulas may exceed healthy thresholds, especially for senior dogs or those with kidney and heart concerns. Even though Beneful is visually appealing and marketed with vibrant, healthy imagery, the reality is inconsistent nutrient absorption and questionable ingredient integrity.
And you thought this one was good because it's promoted like in a big way.
This brand could inadvertently compromise your dog's long-term health. Dogs thrive on high-quality, protein-rich, minimally processed diets. So skipping Beneful and opting for formulas with real meat, whole vegetables, and transparent ingredient sourcing is the safer, healthier choice.
Next up, Caesar. You thought it was good, right? Watch this.
Number 33, Caesar. Caesar might catch your eye with fancy trays, gourmet names, and small breed appeal. But what many pet owners forget is that in October 2016, Mars Pet Care voluntarily...
Someone knows their stuff. Someone says most large dogs have the exact same digestive systems as a wolf. What do they thrive on? Raw meat and bone. And cats is what's raw. What is it? It was the raw pet food. Side of the road side of the road are the best pets. Those are the ones that's gonna love you to death. The ones that you save from the side of the road. You're right. Let's go.
Recalled specific lots of Caesar Classics filet mignon flavor wet dog food because complex white plastic pieces had entered the product, creating a choking risk. That recall flagged a severe manufacturing failure. Your dog eats something that looks appealing and gourmet, but might be chewing foreign objects instead of food.
And we all thought that this one was good too because we want to feed our dogs the best, right? IAMS.
And dependable safety for your dog, you might be better off leaving Caesar on the shelf. Number 32, IAMS. IAMS has built trust over decades, but that reputation comes with shadows. In September 2019, a class action lawsuit was filed against Mars Pet Care, IAMS' parent, accusing them of false advertising.
Just you. And if you notice, they're the same ones that make that Ukanuba that I used to buy for my pets. And the only thing about Ukanuba and IAMS, if you guys remember, it make them fart a lot. Flatulence.
Soy-free when they allegedly contain those ingredients. Earlier recalls. In 2011 and 2013, portions of IAMS dog and cat foods were either recalled or withdrawn due to aflatoxin contamination and possible salmonella risk. What this means, you purchase IAMS, believing it's tailored for sensitive pets or offers premium nutrition, only to discover that the labels didn't tell the whole story and safety checks sometimes faltered. Some dogs developed skin issues, digestive problems, or were less responsive to the promised benefits. The class action alleged that owners paid more for the premium so that IAMS would fall short. Bottom line, IAMS still sells meals that many dogs eat just fine. But the combination of mislabeling threats and past recalls means the brand's safety and honesty credentials are not bulletproof.
Another thing, we think that the names are gonna get us some good food. Pedigree, Beneful, sounds like you're getting benefits from it, right? What about Science Diet? Ooh, you really think you're getting something out of that.
If you're seeking reliability, transparency, and clean ingredient sourcing, consider a brand with a proven track record of these qualities. Number 31, Hill's Science Diet. Hill's Science Diet is the gold standard of vet-recommended dog foods, boasting clean labels and a premium price tag. But behind that polished packaging, trouble has a way of sneaking in. In June 2014, the brand voluntarily recalled 62 bags of adult small and toy breed dry dog food.
And it is so expensive, it's just cruel. For what? You're giving us soy mashed up, you're giving us probably 10% of the meat, all of byproducts and crap, and a whole bunch of stuff to give the dog flatulence, to just be farting all in the crib.
Due to possible salmonella contamination, a risk that could cause vomiting, diarrhea, or even more serious infections in pets.
And one that you ain't gonna believe, but you should know about because it's everywhere. Most of the time when it's mass produced by Purina, we know what's coming, right? Y'all can pick the next one yourself. Y'all know which one I'm about to say.
It didn't stop there. In January 2019, 33 canned varieties were recalled for excess vitamin D, which can lead to kidney failure or cardiac issues over time. The ingredients themselves can be confusing, often featuring vague protein sources like chicken byproduct meal and fillers that add calories without providing real nutrition. Even dogs eating the brand exclusively have shown digestive issues or allergic reactions. So while the name promises science-backed health, the reality is a mix of recalls, chemical risks, and inconsistent nutrition, If you genuinely care about your dog's long-term well-being, it's smarter to skip Hill's Science Diet and opt for a brand with transparent sourcing, minimal additives, and proven safety.
But don't give them dog chow. Y'all know it's out. Y'all know it's very well known. Dog chow. That's right.
Number 30. Purina Dog Chow. Purina Dog Chow is widely available, affordable, familiar, and marketed as a complete nutrition option. But behind the bright bags and trusted logos, a darker story.
And of course they're going to get you with the puppy running into the food like that because it's cute, right?
Story lies. In December 2018, Purina voluntarily recalled its Honor Show Chow line for elevated copper levels, a serious concern that can damage the liver or kidneys in pets over time. The ingredients tell another story. Many formulas rely on animal byproducts, fillers such as corn and wheat, and preservatives that extend shelf life but may cause digestive upset, allergic reactions, or inflammation. Consumers have also filed complaints and class action suits claiming misleading labeling and poor transparency in ingredient sourcing.
Notice how every time they want to stretch something, they use corn, a corn stretcher, corn syrup, corn meal. This must be real cheap to put corn in instead of some meat, huh?
What's alarming is how easily one can trust a brand simply because it has been on shelves for decades for long-term health benefits. Number 29.
Purina One. You really think that's a good one, right? It got the one, the number one, right?
Purina One. Purina One is marketed as premium nutrition in a mainstream package. But even big names aren't immune to quality failures. In August 2013, a limited run of the white meat, chicken, and whole barley dry dog food under the Purina One Beyond line.
I want to pray for you right now. Carrie said, I stopped using Purina dog food after I put my baby to sleep. She was 9. Oh, I feel so sorry for you, Carrie. God bless you and your baby. That's really hard to know. So sorry to hear that. They're trying to feed us the best that we can. We got to. I know it's expensive out there, you guys, but we got to be careful because dogs are messing around and get diabetes. That's what I heard. I'm not sure if I'm right.
Was voluntarily recalled due to a risk of salmonella contamination. While this doesn't necessarily cover all Purina One formulas, it indicates that production lapses can occur. On the ingredient front, the regular Purina One line still often uses moderate...
What? You said you bought some Scooby snacks for your baby and he had seizures. I'll be getting a doctor. Yes, dogs do get diabetes, see? She had 600, wow, that's crazy. Do your boy a favor to get more education over here about these dogs and about this dog food. And we got to be more diligent about what we feeding our dogs, you guys. I know budgets are tight right now, but feeding them this, you might as well not be feeding them anything or making it yourself. And if you were cooking your dog some food, how much corn would you put in it? How much soy would you put in it? Probably not that much, right? But that's all that these are deriving from or made up of.
Quality protein sources, such as meat, meal, and byproduct meals, and includes grains and fillers typical of budget, standard formulas. Independent commentators note that such formulations may deliver less digestible protein and more carbohydrates than premium brands.
Now the premium brands that they sell us like it's expensive enough, like it's gonna do some good, they try to give it these big names, make it sound like it's really gonna do something for the dog, but it really doesn't. It's just a whole another scam and a way to get your money. That was Purina One. Let's keep going.
Number 28, Natural Balance. Natural Balance is often praised for its limited ingredient lines and clean branding, yet specific grain-heavy formulas tarnish that reputation. Although the recent recalls mostly involve cat formulas and salmonella contamination, the brand was identified in an FDA 2019 investigation of 16 pet food brands, possibly linked to an increased risk of heart disease in dogs, particularly those on grain-free or alternative formulas. Moreover, some grain-heavy dog food versions from Natural Balance are reported by owners and veterinarians to cause digestive distress, loose stools, and skin issues, especially when dogs are switched abruptly or remain on those formulas for long periods.
How many times your dog do that? I don't know how many times you guys have ever experienced that, but we got people here that says their dog experienced seizures, but there's other situations where dogs experience breathing issues. How many times you ever noticed one of your dogs doing that? Like that breathing sort of a thing like that. I don't know if that's like a mini seizure or something that has to do with their balance or whatever like that, but I definitely have dealt with it so many times. I used to breed dogs a lot, especially XL pit bulls. They get this little trembling thing when they get a little bit, where they like, you got to calm them down a little bit. And yes, if your dog has seizures, it's so sad because the only thing that you can do is hold your baby and try to keep them calm. You guys know what you're talking about. Let's keep on going.
The problem isn't a single recall headline, it's the cumulative concerns about ingredient consistency, formula changes, and digestibility in older dogs, or the...
Now, something that we used to all know about because we grew up on it and they made nothing but commercials about it and people are still here using it, Alpo. See that ad range? You know what I'm talking about. Yes, mine do the sometimes reverse sneezing. Exactly. Let's go ahead and double tap that screen to get those likes up, you guys. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yes, I have, but Frenchies have short snouts. It's reverse sneezing. Okay, okay.
Those with grain sensitivities. If you think grain-heavy brands are automatically safer, Natural Balance shows that isn't true. The presence of high grain content, combined with limited transparency, suggests that these variants warrant a closer examination, particularly for dogs with heart, digestive, or skin health issues. Number 27, Alpo. Alpo looks like the budget-friendly staple you grab without thinking. A recognizable name, broad availability, and a low price. But what you don't see on the shelf are the red flags beneath the label. Alpo has a history of recalls due to contamination issues, including tainted ingredients in certain canned foods. Beyond recalls, many of its recipes rely heavily on low-quality proteins, such as meat, meal, and high-carbohydrate fillers, containing synthetic additives that may stress your dog's liver or kidney.
Now, these are the kind of people that grind down the dog bones, mix it with some protein, and call that the meat, because technically, it's bones. Yeah.
One serving can be loaded with ingredients that are difficult for dogs to digest, causing digestive upset and sometimes allergic reactions. It's time to leave Alpo on the shelf. Number 26. Old Roy. Old Roy is everywhere. The ultra-cheap, Walmart-exclusive dog food brand many pick without a second thought. Behind its affordability, however, lies a concerning history of recalls, including contamination and integrity issues with ingredients. The formulation typically uses plant-based proteins, ambiguous fillers like Animal Digest, and high sodium levels, which can strain digestion and overall health. Dogs fed Old Roy consistently may experience stomach upset, low energy, and over time, potential stress on the kidneys and liver. The brand emphasizes low cost over nutritional transparency, leaving pet owners in the dark about...
We only get about 15 years with you, baby. I'm not adding nothing that's going to knock those years back. Sorry. No Old Roy for mine.
What exactly their dogs are consuming. While it may seem convenient, Old Roy offers very little in the way of quality proteins, essential nutrients, or digestive ease. Choosing this brand is a gamble on your dog's health, one that could manifest as lethargy, digestive issues, or nutrient deficiencies.
Remember the commercial? I want more bits and bits and bits in my kibbles and bits and bits and bits. Remember that commercial? Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. Let's get it.
Quality, fully transparent ingredients. Number 25. Kibbles and Bits. Kibbles' and Bits has been a household name for decades, with a colorful bag promising variety in every bite. But behind the cheerful packaging lies a mix that's far from premium. Many recipes rely on low quality...
Another one made by Purina. Y'all gotta be careful, I'm telling you.
...quality protein sources, such as meat byproducts, combined with grains and fillers that can spike blood sugar and stress the digestive system.
Another reason why I like you guys, I actually love you. I want to call out this one right there. Brian, don't get her back like that. Be careful. Be careful, Brian. That's what we don't do around here. We ask questions like, what about Rachel Ray's dog food? Because you said Rachel Ray's dog food is good. You won't taste it. Your dog do. And you don't know what's in it. And guess what? It's next. Let's go.
Synthetic flavors and colorings are also added, giving the kibble a vibrant look, but not extra nutrition. Over time, dogs consuming Kibbles' and Bits may experience digestive issues, lethargy, or allergic reactions, particularly if they have sensitive stomachs. Even more concerning are periodic recalls for salmonella or mold contamination, highlighting that cheap convenience sometimes comes at a hidden cost. Don't support long-term health. Dogs deserve nutrient-dense, fully transparent meals, not formulas that cut...
And again, no way trying to call you out. We all fam here. We learning each other something because we didn't know. None of us did. That's what we do over here.
owners for cost. Number 23. Rachel Ray Nutrish. Rachel Ray Nutrish appeals to pet owners with its celebrity-crafted recipes and wholesome imagery. But some blends, particularly those with grain-heavy or protein blend formulations, raise concerns. The protein is often a combination of byproducts, plant-based proteins, and meat meals, while the rest of the kibble includes grains and fillers that aren't easily digestible. Some dogs may develop allergies, digestive upset, or low energy when fed these blends regularly. While the brand emphasizes natural ingredients, several formulas still contain preservatives and flavor enhancers, compromising overall nutritional value. Basics. Blue Buffalo Basics is marketed as a premium solution for sensitive dogs, promising grain-free formulas and digestive support. But peel back the label, and the reality is concerning. Some formulas rely heavily on meat, meals, and plant protein blends, which are far less digestible than whole meat, leaving dogs prone to gas, loose stools, and lethargy. Sodium content can also spike in specific batches, creating risks for dogs with cardiac or kidney concerns.
Sad part about this is I can do 20 more on the bad ones. I could tell you guys about earthborn holistics, about the contaminants, about the high fat, the shock value that has the kidney strains, or I could talk to you about the taste of the wild that has salmonella, fillers. It also has been known to promote bloating. Also, Diamond Naturals also has a bunch of aflatoxical byproducts, and it promotes negative allergies. Also, we got Yukon Gold. Yukon Gold is known for mold, fillers, also loose stools. We got the Rachel Roy, the zero grain. That's another one that she does. Mislabeling by products. Also, there's a lot of packaging defects, high sodium, and bloating. We got Nutra Wholesome Essentials. That's another one that's got a lot of mold fillers and a lot of allergy promotions. We already talked about Pedigree, but what about the Pedigree Dentistick? The Dentistick itself that you're supposed to give the dog to help the breath and they help with their teeth. That's right, the Dentisticks. They have mold, high sugar volume. That's right, they put sugar inside of the Dentisticks. And it promotes obesity due to the sugar, and depending on how much you feed the dog. Hill's Ideal Balance, mislabeling product. Also, the energy, it dips your energy. Okay, Pure Plan, excessive vitamins, mislabeling. Also, kidney dysfunctions. IAMS Proactive Health, mislabeling. Blue Buffalo, a lot of stuff. There was a class action lawsuit for protection in Blue Buffalo. They found high levels of mold, contaminated grains, and also it promotes soft stools. Natural Choice. We've got an excess in vitamin D. Excess in vitamin D, too many fillers, and it promotes obesity. Makes sense. Vitamin D, too much in it. Yeah, kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Also, we got a lot of different ones, you guys. We got to get into the good stuff. How about we get into the good stuff and get the ball rolling on what we can actually feed our dogs out here? Let's get to it, you guys. Let's go.
Hey, it's Daniel Priestley here, the co-founder of this technology called Score.
Because I hate giving you all the bad, but no good.
Business,
so let's get
really
to some stuff.
Number two,
we can actually
Evo. Evo markets.
Let's get to some foods that we can actually feel safe about giving to our babies.
High quality protein and transparent sourcing. Victor High Pro Plus is a gamble. It appears to be a premium performance food, but often delivers substandard nutrition, which can compromise digestive comfort, energy, and heart health.
This is High Pro. You don't want to give your dog this. This is the last one on the bad list. And if you remember the song, I got a dog, his name is Mo, and he's got the High Pro Glow, healthy, High Pro Glow, energy, the High Pro Glow. Give your dog the High Pro Glow. Don't give your dog that damn food. Not at all. Another Purina brand. Let's get into it.
Number 3, Innova. Innova brands itself as holistic, yet some of its processed lines raise concerns. In June 2013, Innova's parent company, which can strain your dog's cardiovascular, likelihood of energy spikes, or hidden plant-based proteins, grains, and fillers, rather than focus on plant-based proteins.
We got to get to the good stuff. Sorry about that, y'all. Let me get to it.
But its regular line hides serious shortcomings. The same recall event that affected Innova in 2013 also impacted Evo Dry Foods from the same parent company, indicating that production controls weren't airtight, which may compromise nutritional quality. One review found for pet owners seeking optimal nutrition, long-term organ health, and clean ingredients, the specific low-quality variants under the Holistic Select umbrella may not deliver. The brand looks promising, and
wait a minute, you guys said y'all had good stuff for us.
Appropriate diet with premium, safe, and transparent ingredient sourcing. Your furry friend gets both taste and health benefits, making it a trusted choice for pet owners who value long-term vitality and wellness.
Okay, we got one.
Number 9, Akana.
Okay.
Akana is another.
The first one was Origin. I caught it, you guys. My bad. We got it right there. It was Origin. That was the first one. Looks like it got some salmon in there and some real good stuff. Let's get into this one right here. Sorry about that. Let's go. Let's get that going back a little bit. We can fix things. We can get it right. Let's go.
Point. For pet owners seeking optimal nutrition, long-term organ health, and clean ingredients, the specific low-quality variants under the Holistic Select umbrella may not deliver. The brand looks promising, and for some dogs, it may work. But assume the risk when the variant is not top tier, or when the ingredient list screams complexity instead of clarity. But don't worry, it's not all bad news. There are actually some dog food brands that are safe, nutritious, and genuinely worth feeding your furry friend, starting with number 10, Origen. Origen stands out as a truly high-quality dog food, designed to mimic the natural diet of dogs. Unlike filler-heavy commercial brands, Origen uses fresh, regionally sourced meats, fish, and eggs, combined with low-glycemic vegetables and fruits, to provide your dog with highly digestible protein and balanced nutrition. Its recipes are grain-free or include carefully selected whole grains, providing steady energy without spiking blood sugar. The brand undergoes rigorous quality control and has never been involved in major recalls for contamination or misleading labeling. Nutritionists praise Origen for its high protein content, appropriate fat levels, and naturally occurring nutrients that support lean muscle.
How many people love to see their dog eat, go over there and be petting his head like, go ahead, eat your food, baby. That's right, eat it all up. I used to love feeding my dog. That's why I got to get me another dog, man.
Healthy skin and a shiny coat. Because the food avoids cheap byproducts, artificial preservatives, and excess fillers, dogs often experience improved digestion, steady energy, and reduced allergy flare-ups. For older dogs, the high-quality protein helps maintain muscle mass and joint health, created by the same parent company as Origen, but with a slightly more approachable formulation for everyday feeding. Akana's recipes utilize fresh, regional meats, whole eggs, and sustainable fish, complemented by vegetables, fruits, and botanicals for natural nutrient support. Unlike filler-heavy brands, Akana avoids excessive grains, byproducts, and synthetic additives. Lab testing ensures consistency in protein, fat, and vitamin content across batches. And nutrient-dense food, Akana provides a proven, safe alternative to filler-laden commercial dog foods. Number 8, Ziwi Peak. Ziwi Peak takes canine nutrition to the next level with its air-dried, minimally processed recipes. Using
some of you guys said air dry too. Y'all know y'all stuff. There you go.
Ethically sourced meat, organs, and fish, Ziwi Peak ensures dogs receive bioavailable protein and natural vitamins in each serving. Grain-free and low in carbohydrates, fed Ziwi Peak often exhibits shinier coats, stronger immune function, and lean muscle development, making it ideal for all life stages. For owners tired of navigating recalls, low-quality proteins, or misleading labels, Ziwi Peak delivers transparency, safety, and premium nutrition you can trust every day. Number 7, Farmina N&D. Farmina N&D is a high-quality, scientifically formulated dog food brand that provides balanced nutrition with a focus on high-protein, low-glycemic ingredients. Using real meats, eggs, and sustainable fish, N&D blends are rich in bioavailable proteins that support lean muscle and overall vitality. The brand emphasizes low glycemic index fruits and vegetables, helping maintain stable blood sugar, especially beneficial for dogs prone to weight issues or diabetes.
All right, you guys, that's it. That's what we're getting into. We can't keep on going because it's 35 of them. I can't do them all. Y'all will be done left. I'll be in here by myself. 35 dog food brands you should ditch immediately, and 10 you ought to be buying. Again, 35 of them, dog food brands you should ditch immediately and 10 you ought to be buying. Charles Brennan. It is in a link on the description, also with a list of every single dog food brand from the bad to the good. If you appreciate the content that you got just now from the health and wellness section for our furry friends, I appreciate you guys too. We're gonna do cat food too. Don't feel bad, we're gonna get into the cat food too. I'm not gonna alienate nobody. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Because we got more to get into, you guys. I know you're like, what? He's still going? Yeah, you know we ain't going to end it off like that. Because we got, is that Jeffrey Epstein? That ain't Jeffrey Epstein calling me that. How dare you call him that? They call him Palm Beach Pete. He just happens to look like Jeffrey Epstein. Come on over here, you guys. Yep, this is the guy that everybody was mistaken in those memes and all of those videos and everything like that. Basically thought that this was Jeffrey Epstein, but it's not. It's actually Palm Beach Pete.
The internet is going crazy over a video of a local man driving down I-95 who people say looks just like Jeffrey Epstein. The clip spreading quickly online, sparking double takes and even fueling conspiracy theories. But tonight, the man in that video is speaking out. CBS 12 News reporter Katie Benty is in Palm Beach with more. Katie?
Now, you cannot be in a worse predicament than to look like Jeffrey Epstein. That's the last person that anybody would want to look like. Anybody.
A Palm Beach man is going viral tonight for a resemblance people can't stop talking about. They say he looks just like Jeffrey Epstein, but he says that couldn't be further from the truth.
Epstein is alive.
Millions of people are watching.
Epstein is alive.
And rewatching this. A man in a convertible spotted on I-95 in South Florida going viral for who people think he looks like.
It's a creepy resemblance. It is a creepy resemblance. I don't want to see Jeffrey Epstein around here.
That man calls himself Palm Beach Pete, and he's now setting the record straight.
I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete.
He says he had no idea he was being filmed until his phone started blowing up.
I'm just me being me, and it's a crazy phenomenon that has went really viral.
But what started as a double take quickly turned into something bigger.
That's Epstein.
Epstein did not kill himself.
The name Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted child sex trafficker who lived in Palm Beach, still carrying weight years after his 2019 death, ruled a suicide. But for some, the questions never went away.
I think he's still living. I think he never died. He could still be back on the island, honestly.
Online, some using this video to push those claims. Others saying that crosses a line.
People shouldn't joke about that stuff.
Right.
That's just not appropriate to joke about.
And Pete addressing it head on.
Have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. He's a very bad person, what he did, obviously, and he is dead. And I'm alive.
That's right, Pete. Tell him, Pete. Tell him, Pete. I'm alive. That piece of crap is out of here, and I am alive. Another thing, you guys, I don't know if you noticed, but did you know that all salmon have worms? That's what this lady said. If I didn't look that one up. I'm just going off of what she said. And let me ask you a question. If you saw worms inside of your salmon, would you eat it? Would you just take the worm out and would you boil it? How would you handle said situation? I'd like for you guys to do me a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up, because we got a situation here where this woman catches all her own meats, freeze dries them, and she said that all salmon has worms. Let's keep it going, right? Let's go.
All salmon have worms, and this is one of them. And one of the most wormy salmons is sockeye. So this is why yesterday I was telling my niece, the smokehouse doesn't cook the fish, so it must be fully dried or cooked after. So I just mentioned we're gonna steam these and eat them for dinner later.
So y'all wanna go in there and grab it out the smokehouse and just take a little bit off of that? Got a little bit of worm going down in you? Yeah, you wonder why, right?
And then we fully dry those thin strips that we're cutting for dried fish, because fully drying the food, cooking it kills the parasites.
Fully cooking it kills the parasites.
So we don't buy meat in the store. So we put up foods to live off of all year, and you have to be kind of innovative and prepare those in different ways. All salmon have
So
worms.
yeah, guys, if you want to prepare your own salmon and dry them out, just be wary and just be knowing that there's going to be some worms that's coming out of there. And you guys know what y'all got to do. Boil the worm out. That's it. Just boil the worm out and go ahead and do your thing. Boil the worm out. And there you go. Worm is gone. What y'all think about that? Double tap that screen to get those likes up, you guys. That's right. Double tap that screen. Get those likes up. That's what she said. I don't know, but I'm going to look into it after today's show. If you guys appreciate the content that you got, think that we having a fantastic show, love the way that things are going down, do your boy a favor. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up one more time for the pitties. You know what we love over here? We love pit bulls. Yes, we love cats too. But pit bulls have a special place in our hearts because we're going to get a pit bull rescue. So here we go. We got a pit bull that can't stop smiling once he's out of the shelter. I wonder why. Look at that face. Would you look at that face right there? He's out. He don't know what's going to happen. Once he get rescued, watch the smile in the teeth. You're going to wish he had a toothpaste commercial deal.
He would sit there and just smile. We walked through 250 dogs, and I remember walking past him. He barely picked his head up to look. He was found in January on the south side of Chicago in the freezing cold.
He's not actually that old. He's been in poor living conditions.
For him to be just such a loving dog found in a situation like that, I was like, I want to foster him.
What a marshmallow.
Look at his rolls.
You see that face, how he's smiling, y'all?
Really nice.
Let's go home, big fella. Good dogs are in these places that you wouldn't normally look. I started to notice once I had him at home that he is very sensitive to the cold.
Let's go. The booties are giving us speed.
You can just tell that if whatever happened left an impact on him.
Good boy.
It was his first time with a stuffed toy. It was his first time with a doggy bed. And I just feel like he didn't know how to even be a dog. I don't even think he had fully come out of his shell until he went to his new home.
Does he bark now? He barked once with me.
One of the things I wanted in his permanent home was another dog for him, because I feel like that would help him learn how to dog, which is why I'm so happy he ended up in a home with an older sister named Lola.
Look at that face. Don't they look happy?
Seeing a dog at their worst to now living their best life, I got to experience a lot of that growth. I mean, this is the best thing ever, which is what makes fostering so amazing.
Yeah, good boy.
Yes. Somebody's like, get a dog already, Boogotti. I am. We're going to foster. We're about to start fostering. As soon as we can find some dogs, we're going to foster. This way, not only are we going to be watching videos, but I'm going to be like, look, guys, look at who we're fostering this month. And I'm going to pick the dog up right there like, hey, anybody want a dog? What you think about that? But you guys got to kick in. Y'all got to show some love because bills are bills and bills are real. Got a lot of stuff going on over here with promo. We're keeping the lights on, trying to make this thing go. You guys do know that we're a low profit show. We're only a live show. We don't get that much monetary over here. Only what you guys provide. And guess what? We appreciate it. Why? Think about it. How many people's videos am I watching? Can't be making but so much money, right? Huh? How do I pay for these suits? Think about it. I get it from hard work after I get off of here, not from the show. And especially with YouTube taking 30% of everything, you just got to understand that it's real. But I will budget and I will work that out and maybe even get some sponsors to pay for some dog food or whatever like that. But yes, I will be right here in this spot here, starting up our foster, and that will lead us to the full-scale shelter. And guess what, you guys? If you guys want to promote your business, trying to get out there to promote your product, or just trying to get yourself out there, you're trying to get your promotions out, send your promotions over to me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Again, that is bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Your promo has to be in a 1080 by 1080 size frame in order to fit in the post notification area. That's the only catch. Oh, and you got to be a member or subscribe. You got to be down with the fam in order to expect to get that kind of love, you guys. And guess what? Yes, we have already closed on a distributor for what? The Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search that we're going to be doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, where you, boom, can make $250. And after we get everybody together, especially also one person from on our live, we're going to let all of you guys compete for the grand prize of $1,000. That's right, you guys. That's how we do it. I'm going to be hosting, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. Want to be a part of the talent show? All you got to do is go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That is www.drinkbigdrip.com. Put your email address on the first page in the notification area so that you can get updates on where we're going to be at. Like I said, last time I had Mark Dorfman pull up in Staten Island. We had Casey pull up in the Bronx. Don't think it ain't going down. We still got DJ Don Dada and we're doing our thing. The weather is broke. It is now springtime. It's spring again. So that means we can hit the ground, hit the road running, and pull up on you guys and see each other, not just in the virtual form. So guess what? If you're in the 5 boroughs, pull up. But also, if you want to go live and see if you can win, boom, you still could win $250. Sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. www.drinkbigdrip.com. Email address. We'll keep you posted on post notifications. Also, you guys, y'all know what today is. It's Tuesday. And guess what we do every single day? Because we can't get out of here without doing it. We got to get those prayers in the air. We're going to pray for love, happiness, and safety. I want to pray for understanding and community. I want to pray for every single person here that loves animals. And even if you don't, I want to pray for everybody here that comes to the show, looking out for us, subscribe to the channel already, that's been a friend of ours, that supports what we got going on over here. It's not an easy thing to do, even though we make it look easy, because it's all fam, and that's why it looks easy. I want to thank you guys for always showing up. I want to thank you guys for always being here. And I also want to pray for my bro, Tom. Yes, we got this situation going on at the end of the week, but we're going to pull together as a family, and we're going to make it through. I want to give respect to Thomas Abraham, as well as his entire family, his daughters, and everyone who is suffering and going through this tragedy right now with his family. It's one of my best friends, and it's really hard to get through this, but I swear to you guys, with every single day that I come here, it helps. Just want you to know that. So I want to pray for Audrey. Want to pray for Chaplain. Want to pray for Jeffrey Spilker, Teddy, Lisa, that's right, Ad Rains. Want to definitely pray for you. See you in the morning, Mary, Rebecca Lanyon Bueno, Liberty and Justice, Jeffrey Spilker, current affairs editor. Thank you so much. Rebecca Lanyon Bueno. Miss J, thank you for the love. Coco Wheats, love you too. Thank you so much. Audrey Durham. Who is that right there? Kaya, good vibes. Thank you so much for the love. Fafa Vavi. Okay, Luigi, my brother. Thank you so much. Liberty and Justice. Thank you for coming through. I had so much of a good time with you today. And I'm going to just let you know, it's nothing, it's not the same when you're not here, but we try to get through. Hope your dog is doing well, and I hope he pulls all the way through. Audrey, VG, Rebecca Lanyon Bueno. We want to get nothing but good reports from your doctors, Rebecca Lanyon Bueno. Cypher 8, current affairs editor. Wise Eyes. That's all right. That's right. I see you over there, Wise Eyes. Thank you for being a part of the show. That's right. We got Jeffrey Spilker, my brother. Cinnamon Be Real, that's always dropping them. Thank you so much. Who else we got up in here? Rebecca Lanyon Bueno, Cruz Eyes, Mary Tanner, 55 Coffee. Lisa Roy, I got the coffee. I got you. Soon as we have a little chat, we're going to get it going, and we're going to make some big things happen, because I got you. Chaplain Care. Who else we got up in here? Edward Sad, Lunchbox. Who else we got up in here? Victoria, Liberty and Justice. Audrey, 55 Coffee, Liberty and Justice. I see Ad Rains and Wise Eyes. Amen. We can't forget a couple of people we can't forget about. Let's not forget about Terry. Let's not forget about Sam Champion. Let's not forget about my brother, Casey Ramos. Can't forget about certain other people that may not be here right now. Jeffrey Spilker, Mark Dorfman. Can't forget about Batty Lynn. And I want to give a special prayer to our sister, Kendra Walker. We want to give mad prayers and mad love to Kendra Walker. You do have family. Let us come together. Let's see what we can do, and let's make it happen. Not going to put it out there right now, but we're going to come together for our family because we don't play that, and we got to get it right. All you guys, I see your messages. I read every single one of them. I want you to know I pray for everybody here, and I'm going to try my best to see what we can do as a community to help each other. Amen. That's right, you guys. We got a lot of people here that need help in many different ways. That's why I want to start using our Discord in a different way. I want you, if you got any jobs available in any town, in any city, I need you to start putting it up. If you know about any shelters or anything like that, please start to put it in the Discord. If you know of any food banks, use our Discord because that's what our Discord is for. I always respond to Discord messages just like text messages. Do you ever want to get in contact with me off here and text me? I respond to Discord like that. Ask Casey, ask Lisa Roy, ask anybody here. Liberty, come on now. Go ahead and join the Discord. I know it's not you, but go ahead and do it. I'd appreciate it. We can communicate better, love, and it'll be so much better for us. You guys know what today is. It's Tuesday. The day that we came, showed up and showed out because it's our bottom line. Don't expect anything but every time you come here. Nothing but excellence. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, hump day, I will see you guys. And I hope you had a fantastic show. Hope everybody has a good one. Breathe because we can. And do me a favor before we get out of here. Do me a favor, you guys. On the count of 3, not in the chat. Don't need to see it. Not in the chat. I'm going to put that link for Discord is in the link in the description. Also, come on, y'all. I need y'all to show me some love. I love y'all like crazy. I be putting stuff in the links. I be dropping all sorts of time stamps. Y'all mean to tell me y'all can't actually go to Discord and type in our bottom line? Is that what you're trying to tell me right now? I need people to be, come on now. I can't do everything for you. I mean, be serious. You mean to tell me you can't go to Discord and type in our bottom line? Just that simple. Save me one step from not having to do everything. I'd appreciate it. I'm serious. Come on now. Discord, oh, it's right there. Same logo. Boom! Hell with a link. You want to rock with your family, you'll find a way to get to the event. It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and like I always tell you, could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Now watch the 70s, baby. How you argue about something and still go do it. Still go find a link and drop it. And I hope you guys find it. Get 'em! See you guys tomorrow. Peace.